Hey gamers! Are you ready for more gay hotel sim? There it is, there's the game. Hello everybody! I'm feeling healthier than I did 2 days ago. I definitely still have cold symptoms, but I've just been napping mostly. I've mostly been napping and hitting the neti pot pretty intensely. I genuinely think the neti pot has done pretty miraculous stuff for helping this clear out faster than it normally would. I've been so good about resting, actually. I haven't done this since leaving New York, but I've paid somebody to do my laundry for me. I did the drop-off service. Because I needed, there was some laundry stuff I needed done before leaving the country. And I was like, well, maybe it's okay if I treat myself. And it was good. I just laid around and played video games. All I've wanted to do since I got back from PAX was play video games. And so I genuinely just have been doing that. A game on top of game on top of game. Speaking of beds, are you team top sheet or no top sheet? Until genuinely this year, I was no top sheet. I would just sleep under my comforter all year round, like a fucking monster. Because I like the weight. But finally this year I bought, what it is I used to get my sheets from Muji, and the Muji didn't include a top sheet. And so I just did without. But this year, because Muji didn't have theirs in, because the Muji sheets are made from cotton, and cotton has a season, and so there's a season for when the Muji sheets are available, and I keep missing it. So I got some off of Amazon, which I don't feel great about, but genuinely impossible to find like 100% cotton sheets out there. It's like Muji and Amazon, and that's it. Anyway, those came with a top sheet, so I have been using a top sheet, and I'm into it. I'm into it now. That being said, the moment Muji has those sheets back in stock and I can buy them again, I'm done. It's been nice. It's definitely been cooler. I love it. I love the weight of a duvet, and it's been hard to get used to, but it's been worthwhile. I was like, it's the new, God, it's almost fall. I need to clean my duvet and my duvet cover. And so I cleaned my duvet cover, and then I was like, I should also clean my duvet. And I went and I tried to find information about, like, how often should you clean it? How should you clean it? Whatnot. And so I went to about 1 billion house Martha Stewart-ass websites to try to find the information. And they were all like, every 2 months, every 6 months. Like, these really short time frames. And I'm like, I have not been washing it that much. And it has a duvet cover, so that feels short to me. And so I went to the manufacturer website, and the manufacturer of my comforter is like, yeah, wash it every, 2 years, 3 years if you have a duvet cover. And I'm like, that is such a crazy difference in time. But it was what I needed to hear to not wash it, which is the important thing. The only work outside of streaming that I've been doing since I got back from PAX is to write up a roundup, a PAX roundup of all the good demos that I played. I played an insane amount of demos, and especially above average amount of really, really good demos that have got me really hyped for some games. So there's a lot. I might eventually turn, it's gonna be a Patreon only post. I might eventually turn it into a video, but that won't be able to happen until I get back from the Alps. And by then I might feel like it's not timely anymore. So it'll be a Patreon post. Do I have a favorite? I would say 2 really stuck out in my minds as being the ones I most wanted to keep playing. It's hard. I mean, there genuinely were such stellar ones. I would say the one I was most gripping the controller, if this demo went on another hour, I would play it another hour, was called Love Eternal. It is a precision platformer, and I think it's going to have a hard time getting an audience because the aesthetic of it from the outside looks very basic, but the actual gameplay of it is so fucking satisfying. It's so satisfying. The gimmick is that you switch the gravity of your character north-south, basically, but your character preserves momentum. So, like, if you're going up and to the left, and you switch the direction of the gravity, you will continue to go up and to the left until the new gravity has a chance to take effect. And so it's all about, like, you have to, like, hit the flip substantially before you need it, because you need to, like, preserve some momentum to get around some of the obstacles. But it's difficult, but so satisfying. It genuinely is, like, I would say it's the game that, there was a lot of games clearly inspired by Celeste. I think that was one where the gameplay most gave me the feeling of being like, of like when you get through a screen. So it's called Love Eternal. I think that one was really, really exceptional. But there were so many good precision platformers. So if you loved Celeste and are looking for a game like that, you are going to be in luck. The other one is...
a husband can abuse his wife and just get away with it?
Uh-oh.
And people like Linda still think divorce is wrong? Ugh.
This is a timely note. The other game I really enjoyed, so that one was Love Eternal. The other game I really enjoyed was called Desktop Explorer. And it is like, it's a Windows 95 interface, basically, where you're trying to uncover a mystery. So it's a puzzle game. The developer, well, yeah, I'll put more information in the Patreon post, but that was another one where it was like, it's called Desktop Explorer. The demo is available on Steam. So it's like a UI puzzle solver kind of game. And I thought that one was really, really fun. So, but there, again, that is just like the tip of the iceberg of really great games. I got to play the Legend of Zelda demo. There was so much. There were so many really good indie games, really exceptional packs for indie games. All right. I've met with Louis, and he asked me to give you the enclosed letter. I think I should reiterate that some of your accusations, such as wife abuse, are not grounds for divorce in Quebec. I understand that you are hurt, but I do not think antagonizing your husband is very wise at the moment. What if this lawyer's letter ended with, if you had some sort of gay lover that you could elope with, that might be a good option. Do not forget to be in court at 10 a.m. on the 20th. Be on time. Also, a friendly reminder that my fees for January need to be paid before the end of this month. I'm happy to help you out, but I cannot work pro bono on this. Sincerely, Howard. This is just a fun opportunity to remind you that part of the Heritage Project, one of the things they explicitly outlined as wanting to do, Adam or Eve, they do want to get rid of no-fault divorce in America. And before no-fault divorce, basically you had to prove that there was a reason to get a divorce. And no-fault divorce enables people, man or woman, to get out of a marriage without having to, like, justify that divorce. And so when people make a lot of fuss about how, like, divorce rates are up, it's like divorce rates increased because people who were trapped in marriages were no longer trapped in marriages where they were, for example, being abused. And it's just like, people who are like, oh, they don't want to acknowledge that. They don't want to acknowledge the fact that making divorce easier meant more people were getting divorced because those marriages were bad. There is, Trial by Agent, I don't know if you saw, I saw somebody posted on Blue Sky or Twitter, I think Blue Sky, that there is and they were roommates lesbian pulp novel in this game that we desperately need to find. Should Rose stay in a marriage that no longer makes her happy, or seek refuge in the arm of the woman who truly understands her? She has tasted the forbidden fruit years ago, and now she is all she can think of. But what will her family and society as a whole think of her if she turns to a life of sin? Should she be condemned for even entertaining the thought of leaving her husband, or pitied for having to make such a heartbreaking decision? Yeah, okay. Oh, I bet we can find the lonely girl, too. Adam or Eve is her 7th novel. Love this. Okay.
Locked.
Ooh.
The key has to be around here somewhere.
So we found one key. Greta? Okay. We did find one key over here? Yes. I am wondering if the other lady has the other key. Oh. Asterix of lust. Okay.
Ah, that's so sweet. I didn't do much, but I'm glad it meant something to you.
Dear Sophie, thank you so much for taking care of our room every day and bringing us extra sheets. Michael and I wanted to give you a little something before we left. Oh, they tipped.
Those few coins in my tip jar were getting pretty lonely.
That's
They'll
sweet.
appreciate the company.
Oh.
That look in your eyes. What does it mean?
You don't need to
who's
know my
this
name,
from?
but you've seen me. I recognized that look in your eyes when you checked in. You and I don't need to make a fuss out of this. You keep your wits about you and I'll do the same. Interesting. It's letting me in. It says I can enter selection room. Okay, I'm glad you thought it was Beth, because my instinct was that this was Beth too. My instinct is Beth clocked her and was like, that's a lesbian. And I love that. You've seen me. They've met at the lesbian meetings. The winds and the leaves that day made a sound that sounded like... A sound that sounded like? Really, Anne? The wind and the leaves that day made the tree whistle a soft melody that came to my ear. I remember every part of this day, for it was the day we met. Jesus, this is bad. I'm not editorializing, that's what she's saying about her own writing. I was looking for my cat when I heard the sound of the leaves blowing in the wind, like a melody to my ear. On this summer day where I met you. Oh. Yeah, speak from the heart. Huh, okay, well we found one key. Can I open?
He's all but outright threatening you. Oh, I hope you can stay as far away from him as possible.
I just met with your damn lawyers. You've got some balls to accuse me of all that, as if you were so irreproachable yourself. Do you think I don't know where you spend your nights? But worst of all is that you won't let me see my son. You won't even tell me where he is. If you think you have a chance to get custody, you don't know me well. I won't let you take Michael away from me. Uh-oh. Oh.
Looks like someone grew tired of looking at your face, Mr. Beaumont.
Oh, and I guess that must be was it Grace? This looks like a wedding ring. Oh, damn. Oh, damn. Should I throw it away? No. Maybe. Oh, it's so cute. It's really sweet. Oh, wait. I can't remember if I'm supposed to clean this room. It looks like I haven't been cleaning this room, so maybe I won't. But I do need... I don't think they checked out because... I mean, all of their stuff is still here. I should clean, they tipped me. That is true. Let me check... Let me check the roster. That's room 507. 507, there's just an X. I don't think I'm supposed to clean at all. In fact, I'm probably, well, I was going to say I'm probably not supposed to go in. Yeah, I low-key snuck into this room, so I don't think I'm supposed to do anything. Ah. Oh, I bet this is where Beth knows her from. The Metcalf. 1249 Metcalf. Oh, I see. It's a cat and a woman. It took me a minute to parse what that image was. It's a cat on top and a lady on bottom. Really good. Really, really, really good. Okay. The White Cat Bar and Restaurant. Okay. I bet if I asked, Beth would take me there. Okay. Is this lipstick? It's a nice lipstick. Doesn't look like there's anything in there. Well, we did find one key. Can I use the screwdriver in the other one?
I'll need another key to unlock this. Haven't I seen one just like this somewhere?
No? I don't think I have. It must be in the other room. I mean, this has to be, my guessing is, yeah, it has got to be in her lover's room. My guess is it's in that little container that I can't open yet, but I don't think I have the code.
Locked. It looks like the code is made up of 4 letters.
See, it won't even let me attempt to unlock it. Key. There's nothing in there. Yeah, classic douchery. A small bottle of Lysol oil disinfectant makes 2 gallons of a 1% solution. Ooh. Ooh. It always bothers me when products are like that, where it's like, you can't just use this. I mean, it's useful. I appreciate that as a good way of transporting stuff like that, but it's like, you also need a bucket. You need a bucket and a measuring thing. Blech. Blech. Maybe I didn't open all the drawers and it's in here. I wonder if there's anything else in that vent. It's probably just the... It's probably just the letter. I mean, it would not make sense. It probably wouldn't make sense if anybody else had the key, but it's not impossible that the stalker has the key. Well, especially if you're in like a hotel room, where are you supposed to mix that up? Like the sink? If that is accurate, I have to assume that quite a lot of women probably did not dilute that accurately. Ugh. You don't need to douche. That's what I'll say. Unless a doctor has told you to, and I don't know if that's ever a circumstance in which that happens.
I'm not sure how the children are affected by what goes on at a bar on a Friday night. But I'm no lieutenant, so...
I'm wondering, maybe I need to enter...
I'd be surprised if everyone's a little bit more on edge today. Bad weather has a way of doing that.
Enter selection mode. Trash can. Oh no. I wonder if I need to be in selection mode with one of the notes and pick out a word, like a 4-letter word, to be used as the code.
According to Suzanne and Yvette. This is horrible. I don't think I'll ever understand what pushes people to go so far as killing.
What could it be? Okay, I can't go in that. I should throw this away though. Let me go ahead and cover some of my tracks. Oh, it's a good question. Is the divorced mother's... Can I go into selection mode here? No. God, let me look up their names.
So familiar. Why do I associate it with room 505?
Okay, so I do think the stalker has it. Because we are not in room 505. 505 is the stalker's room. Okay. Anne. Her name is Anne, and that is highly suspicious. Right? Let me double check that. Guests. So Marcella is the lady whose room we're in. Yeah, and Anne is the lady next door. Guys, it's probably got to be Anne. Oh. But it's not going to let me just input that. Well, let's head over to 505. No, Sophie's not going to kill anyone. She's such a sweetheart. Okay, so there's that key. Did we see a key like that in here? And if so, how did he get a hold of it? Oh, he's drying his socks on the radiator. Okay. I don't see the key. The urge to clean is sinking in. Gotta be mindful. To let this room just be messy. I mean, it might have been in the bathroom. I don't think we actually went back in and inspected the bathroom much at all. Oh, or maybe it was in the safe. I heard some hooting. Oh, interesting. Aha!
There you are.
I see.
With Marcella. God knows where she is.
Clarington Hotel reception desk, Beth speaking.
Hey, Beth.
Bean, I've been meaning to speak with you.
Bean.
Oh, about what?
Well, a little birdie told me Mr. Morgan and Mr. Cruz had an argument yesterday evening.
Really? Who's your little birdie?
Jacques. Apparently it got so heated he had to get involved. And listen to this. It sounds like I was on the right track, 'cause he heard a particular word thrown around quite a lot. Wanna guess what it is?
Blackmail?
No, that was your theory, remember? It's affair.
Affair.
Okay.
Did Jack hear anything else?
From what he told me, it seemed like Mr. Cruz was accusing Mr. Morgan of having an affair with his wife. Wouldn't have expected
Aww.
Mrs. Cruz to fall for a man like Morgan, but I guess the heart wants what the heart wants.
Maybe,
Got great news,
but
Beth.
that doesn't explain Mrs. Beaumont's involvement with Mrs. Cruz.
What do you mean?
I found a chest in room 507. I think it can only be opened by turning 2 keys at once. I found one of them in Mrs. Beaumont's things.
Oh, and the other one?
Well, I remembered seeing a similar key in one of Mr. Morgan's stocking pictures, so I went back to check. Mrs. Cruz wears it as a pendant. It looks identical to Mrs. Beaumont's key.
Wait, so Mrs. Beaumont and Mrs. Cruz own identical keys that are both needed to open a mysterious chest?
Yeah,
there's definitely something.
It's not the
going on
gayest
here.
thing you've ever heard. A chest with 2 keys, and you have to turn the keys at the same time, is the most lesbian coded thing I've ever heard. Maybe they're just good friends.
I think Mrs. Cruz and Mrs. Beaumont might be the ones having the affair.
That's an interesting theory. Did you find any clues that might support this?
Nothing concrete. I mean, I did find a letter that suggests they may have gone to college together, but they could just as well be good friends, right?
Yeah, that's one way to put it.
I guess I don't know for sure if we could have a look at that chest, but I don't think I'll be able to open it. I've looked around room 509. I would have seen the second key if it was there. Mrs. Cruz must have left with it this morning.
Yeah.
We were so close. I can't believe it all ends here.
Break
Well,
it.
hold on.
Break
I
it,
may
Sophie.
have an idea. Get me a candle and some plaster, and maybe I can do
Oh my
something about that massive
god!
chest.
How?
I'll tell you later. Just find me those things, and I'll meet you in the basement as soon as I manage to leave my post.
All right.
This is fucking
Thank you for
funny.
not giving up.
Come on, you know I wouldn't let you down.
Alright, so she's gonna replicate. So funny. She's gonna replicate
Plaster and
key.
candles. Well, half the hotel's under renovation.
Ooh.
I should be able to find plaster somewhere around here.
We found a bag of plaster earlier. At the end of the hall in this construction area.
Great.
Boom.
This takes care of half of this little scavenger hunt. As for the candles, doesn't Rebecca keep some in her locker downstairs?
Let's go, Rob. A coworker. I'm excited about some old-timey key pressing. That is a failure of a chest with 2 keys if it uses the same key. Restoring a 1922 house. Sounds like a hell of an undertaking. Alright, Rebecca. Oh, the...
Oh, I'd very much like to speak to him, trust me, but I just can't find him. He's nowhere to be found. Gone.
I just got an achievement for protecting Eugene so he didn't get fired.
What on earth's going on here? Is it because of that goddamn snowstorm? Or was there something in the coffee this morning? What do you mean? Well, the whole staff's completely off. Jock leaving luggage carts everywhere. Wendy asking for a day off. Beth. Oh, it's only
Being super gay.
Oh, and that maid? What's her name? Sylvie? I never noticed how odd she is.
Sophie, you mean? I like her. She's a good girl.
You know what? I should call the city. Tell them they don't need to build that new madhouse next door. There's one right here.
Oh, Bernard, it's not that bad. I'm here, aren't I?
This motherfucker doesn't even know my name.
Let me help you forget about all that for a minute.
Linda, please, you're at work. These fucking horn dogs. I can't believe them.
I'm good.
I wonder if I can put that money I picked up.
All right. We're getting
Hey! I put money in the
Now,
tip jar so you can go to
resist the
Paris
temptation to
one
spend it on a
day.
burger at Harry's.
Don't. You can save. You can get your dream, Sophie. Was Beth's always open? No. Oh my god, yes.
Didn't I find one
Okay.
of these in Anne's room too? The White Cat must be a popular spot.
Must be. Must be a popular spot.
Are you looking to buy land?
Oh my god!
I know you grew up on a farm. Maybe you're looking to get back to nature.
I bet she is. I would not have pegged Beth as a farm lesbian, but here we are. Freedom at your fingertips. Incredible. 72 acres of fertile land.
Wait, is this you, Beth? What on earth led to this picture being taken?
Obsessed. Let me take this one. Let me take this. No, don't let me throw it away. Let me put this in my locker. Wow. Interselection mode.
Is that a live alligator? I think I'd die on the spot.
Wild. Wild, wild, wild. Okay. Incredible. Ugh. Ugh. Alright, who are we actually here to rob? Rebecca? Hey, here we go.
So you do have a stash of candles. But where is it?
It looked like an Adam and Eve thing. That was the vibe, but I wasn't certain if it was just because we saw that book. The kitchen is out of power again, and I can barely see a thing. Bernard wants us to continue working, but I'm not risking chopping off my fingers for that blowhard. Didn't you start hoarding candles since the last power outage? I remember you saying you never wanted to be caught in a dark basement again. Where's your stash? It's urgent, please. VIP guest in room 602 is getting on my nerves. He keeps ordering food that's not on the menu. We don't usually do special orders, but Bernard was adamant that we make all of his wishes come true. Do I look like a goddamn genie? It's not even the worst of it, though. Every night he barges into the kitchen as if it was his home, asking for meat for his precious little terriers. Who feeds dogs $4 roast beef? I can't even afford $4 roast beef for myself. Rebecca, I know Bernard was supposed to have something with somebody. I guess it might have been Rebecca. Okay, so we're looking for a stash of candles. My guess is it's like amongst these things, or maybe let's actually, if we can find Bobby's locker, maybe he already grabbed them. Oh, it's full of Tupperware.
No candles.
Okay.
But this looks like the laundry room.
Okay, and it looks like it's in one of the L shape. One of the L shape. Okay, locker room. Maintenance. Wendy does have that Veronica Lake hair. That's why all the boys love her. I wanted to grab my keys while I was down here.
Where are you going? What do you want? Are you here to apologize? Apologize? I'm not the one who should be apologizing.
You're such an idiot.
No,
I can't
Wendy.
believe that I fell in love with you.
No, Wendy. It's just a fight.
Wait!
What?
I want my mother's ring back.
There. I don't want it anyway.
Oh no! Oh. Man. That's rough. That's rough. I feel like they could have repaired things, but asking for the ring back is... To whoever keeps stealing my lunch, I want my Tupperwares back, Susan. So it's Bobby. Bobby's been stealing her lunch. It's your job to prank others. Ha! Fucking funny. Except that I have to assume that that's supposed to be me, because all the other people here hate me.
Don't worry, Gossiper. I'm coming back to you. I still haven't learned all of Gracie Jones' secrets. This is probably Beth's latest project.
Cute.
It's really cool how she has an eye for this kind of thing.
Ooh la la.
I don't always get fashion, but these are fun to look at. When half the pages haven't been cut out.
I love Vague. Vague magazine. Really good.
Gotta hold on to these tight.
There we go. Okay. That's my key. I was just worried. It feels like not impossible in this game that somebody would have stolen those. Bobby, you realize it's the person with the lowest score that wins, right? It has come to my attention that several guests have complained about a member of staff going through their belongings in their absence. This has to stop now. Anyone with information regarding the situation should come to my office as soon as possible. I want the person behind this swiftly identified and reprimanded. Should no one come forward within a week, punitive measures will be taken against all of you. Time to unionize. Have you heard there's a famous movie director staying at 602? Yes, I was there when he checked in. I don't know who he is, but he must be pretty important because Bernard was almost licking his boots. He even let the man bring his dogs into the hotel. Is he shooting a picture in Montreal? I heard he's here on a scout, but I'm not sure what that means. Maybe he's making a picture on Boy Scouts? Jacques. Do you think he'll shoot at the hotel? I hope he does. Imagine we could meet famous actors like James Dean. Let's hope the director has supernatural powers because Dean is very much dead. What? James Dean is dead? Oh no, on the back of Andrew's book club note. Tragic. Okay. Incredible. Sandra always greets clients with a fork. Ha! Be like Satan. Pretty good. Okay. Jock, you still crying in there, bud? No. Okay. All right, let's go to the laundry room. I got my key back. That was important. Okay. So it looked like there were... Yes, okay, it must be this L shape. Wahaha!
Stash uncovered. Reb, you got a candle. Now, what next?
I gotta go track down Beth, but not before I snoop some more.
Ooh, is this a movie script?
Yeah, it has to be Hitchcock. Change title, not catchy enough, in a northwesterly direction. Screenplay by E.L. Who on the staff is named E.L.? Needs more murders. Add killer tornado, question mark? Why cut the scene inside the nose? Best part of the script. See if Jimmy Stewart available. Fucking funny. Paper note with funny drawing. What are these? Movie script, 20 cents in loose change, cigarette packet, paper note with numbers, black pen, $1 and some loose change. Okay. I guess this is stuff that was in the pockets. Dobie detergent. Wow, look at this giant press machine. That's awesome. The washing machines are not broken. The problem comes from the pipes. They're completely frozen. It's only a matter of time before they burst and flood the entire basement. I've warned Bernard about this issue last winter, but of course, he only cares about renovating the parts of the hotel the guests can see. Behind that nice facade, everything is crumbling. A metaphor! I'll see what I can do, but it's not maintenance we need. It's a freaking miracle. Ernest Lehman, okay. Or Lemon, perhaps. All right, great. Ooh,
Mr. VIP is really getting to Bobby.
I confess I'm about to commit murder. I don't care who he is, how rich he is, how famous he is. The VIP guest in 602 is a goddamn psycho. He ordered room service this morning, but somehow the plates got mixed up and he received eggs instead of pancakes. It happens, right? Well, the man rushes to the kitchen in a frenzy and yelled at us for 10 minutes straight, saying eggs are disgusting and he hates them. I should have told him he's disgusting and I hate him. I thought of spitting in his next meal, but before leaving, he swore he'd never order anything from our kitchen ever again. Without the shadow of a doubt, this is the worst establishment I have ever visited, he said in a pompous accent. If he sends his clothes downstairs to be cleaned, can you be a good friend and stitch all of his pockets? Any other form of sabotage would do too. Was sabotage one? I know you're creative. Just be careful not to arouse too much suspicion. Really, really, really funny. All right, so we've got psycho. My guess is each paragraph has a has a reference. Okay, frenzy. Okay, psycho. Psycho. Frenzy. Shadow of a doubt, and then sabotage. Fucking funny.
There you are.
Hey, girl.
I'm not sure I understand what the plan is here.
Well, when I was little, we had padlocks on many of the farm's sheds. My dad would always lose the keys, so one day he made a mold of them using wax and plaster.
That was good. I liked that, Nicholas.
Are you sure it's gonna work?
Absolutely not. But hey, I guess we won't know until we try.
Yeah.
Great
you're right.
cinematography in this game.
Let's do this. Okay, to start, we need to pour the wax from the pot.
Great. This is way better than a darkroom game.
Have you done this before? You're a real pro.
Yeah, I'm killing it.
Now, time to put the key. Let's give it a few seconds, so the mold really takes form. Okay, I think you can remove it.
Arctic eggs train me.
Well, we're almost there. Just pour the cup of plaster into the mold.
Incredible. When I do my Andrew run through, I'm gonna fuck up all of these mini games.
All right. Now we wait for it to dry.
How long do you think it's gonna take?
I don't know. I guess we'll keep poking it every now and then.
Should we make out in the
You didn't
meantime?
think you'd be
or-
making a plaster key today, huh?
Indeed. But I like it. It's rare that this job allows me to use my creative side.
Your creative side.
Well, granted, this key won't end up in any museum, but I enjoy the occasional artistic endeavor.
I muted it so I could blow my nose without blowing my nose into the microphone. So you're welcome, is what I'm saying. I really do. I want to ask her about the tame alligator thing, but I don't want her to know I was snooping through her locker. But I want to know about her modeling. I'm on my own on this one. But I will out myself as a snoop, but I want to know about her modeling career. Is it possible to... I can't save mid-combo. That Mechtel, honestly, she does know that I'm a scoop. Yeah, Geosdice, she knows I'm a snoop, so... I just feel like my instinct is this is going to damage our long-term relationship. But maybe, maybe I'm being a little bit of a U-Haul lesbian about it. All right.
Like posing with alligators?
How do you know about that?
Oh, I think it must have slipped out of your locker because I saw this picture of you in a long white dress and...
Oh my, you did? What did you think of it?
I loved it, actually. It was unique, I guess. Artistic?
Yeah. Those pictures were taken by a very close friend of mine a few years back. Ziva Rivers was her name. Earth-shattering talent, but a bit too controversial for most people's sensibilities.
Oh. Are you still friends?
No. We went our separate ways. It's a shame. She really captured me. My essence.
My love of alligators.
Essence is to tame alligators?
My essence is to fear nothing.
Except for mice. I'm just kidding. I wish I was as fearless as you are.
I'm sure under that sweet exterior, you're pretty fearless too. Haven't you ever done something really scary? I mean, other than snooping on a potential creep.
Does sailing count?
Excuse me? You sail? On a boat?
I used to, with my grandpa. But when he died, we had to sell the boat to pay off his debts.
Oh, that's too bad. I would have loved to go with you.
Maybe it'd be possible to borrow a boat for a day. I think one of Grandpa's friends still has his.
Really? That would be great. I just love trying new things.
I'll see what I can do.
Hey, look. I think it's dry.
I can't believe it worked. I could not have done this without you.
Yeah, probably not. Well, I should get back upstairs before Bernard notices my absence. If he hasn't already. Let me know how it goes with the key. Oh, and be careful while turning it, okay? You wouldn't want it to break inside the lock.
That's the thing I'm
I'll be
most
careful.
concerned about.
Thank you for everything.
No problem.
I did get an achievement during that was snoop on your acolyte and use your newfound knowledge against them or for them. I don't know. I guess I should clean all this up. It would look pretty suspicious otherwise. Beth. Okay. What? No, Magdalene is gonna be fine. I'm gonna be so gentle with it, so it's not even gonna be a problem. Boop. I love that this game has an added layer of Alfred Hitchcock is in the hotel. That's so funny to me. It hasn't had anything to do with the plot so far. It's just like this nice texture that's happening in the background. And I think that's a really smart strategy for a mystery game. Wow! Look! I got conjoined blueberry. I had conjoined... Sorry, blackberry is what these are. I had conjoined blackberry. Wow. It's so cool. It's a twofer. Wow, okay, well, I'll save that for last. Because it's the end of blackberry season, all the blackberries that I got from the stop are real big. These are the ones that escaped getting picked up until now. Ow. I got mixed up because I was drinking blueberry rooibos and eating blackberries. Oh, I had to go to our one.
Be careful,
Okay.
Sophie. You don't want this key to break.
Oh my god. I'm practicing first with the whole one. It feels like this is a game where this genuinely could break. Yes.
Unlike my favorite bar, this one was black. Her alliterative name will surely take you back. These two sure love their riddles.
The fact that it makes a heart is pretty incredible. It's a really good design. In Atlanta, I noticed yours was pretty worn down, so I decided to buy you a new one. I hope you like it. And since you enjoy them so much, here's a little puzzle to figure out the combination. Ah, 2 5-letter words are the key, both related to our history. Unlike my favorite bar, this one was black. Her alliterative name will surely take you back. From the first one, take the first. Okay, so this is how we get the clue for the other container in the other lady's room. Unlike my favorite bar, this one was black. See, I feel like it's got to be the white cat. But that doesn't totally make sense. We'll keep searching. I hope you get better. Try to rest today. I'll bring you hot soup after class.
Huh. Marcella invited you to the movies. Let me guess. You said yes.
Of course. The Postman Always Winks Twice is playing at Lowe's Theater tonight. It's based on a novel I read a while back. I'm sure you would love it, seeing as you love crime stories and murders so much. Nothing creepy about that. Will you come with me? Yes! Whoa. I can barely listen to Sister Miller's lecture today. My guess is the alliterative name is the name of a nun. In Sequent language. All I do is look at your lips and imagine kissing you. I can't wait for tonight. Dear Anne, I have just heard Doris Day on the radio and it made me think of you. I love how much you love Sentimental Journey. Counting every mile of railroad track, that takes me back. Last time I was in Texas, it felt like coming home. Now, strangely, I feel away from home. I wish you were here with me. I always feel at home in your arms. I can hardly believe it's been 5 weeks since we last saw each other. Sometimes I wonder if I might be going crazy. You're always in my head. Everything reminds me of you, not only songs on the radio, but silly things like the flowers in our garden that smell of your shampoo, or when people say the word darling, and I can hear you say it in your lovely French accent. Darling. The family seems to have noticed my odd behavior, but of course I can't tell them about you, even though I wish I could. I feel like climbing on the roof of the tallest building in Austin and shouting my feelings for you at the top of my lungs. God, I sound like a giddy teenager in love for the very first time. Maybe I am. Sometimes I'm scared that all the time with you is nothing but a dream too good to be true. I'm afraid that I will return to Montreal and realize you never existed, or if you do exist, you don't remember me. I wish I had a picture of the two of us, so I would know for sure it was real. I long for your embrace and the taste of your sweet lips. I love you, Marcella. Hey, Detective Oops. Yes, you're in time for the most gay and the most secret. There they are. Oh my God, they're so cute. Dear Anne, I'm sorry it took me so long to answer your last letter. It has been 6 months already since I left Montreal. As you always say, le temps passe si vite. My parents are glad I'm done with my studies. They always thought it was a strange idea for me to go to university. Now they want me to find a husband and have children like any other woman. I think I will. These past few months, I had a lot of time to reflect on our relationship. You know my feelings for you, and I hope you never forget how much I love you. But we cannot hide our heads in the sand any longer. Oh no! We were lucky our story lasted as long as it did, and foolish to think it would last forever. No! Our love is forbidden. Hiding it from my family is proving more and more difficult every day. You will always have a special place in my heart, but I believe it's time for us to go our separate ways. You make me feel like a teenager. You made everything but the present disappear. Now I need to be an adult and think about the future. No! 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 I mean, she regrets it now. It's tragic. Tragic bullshit. Ugh, okay. Alright. So we need to decipher this one. If we can find the name of the sister. They mention a Sister Miller. If we can find her first name. Okay. It's so hot in Texas right now. I will leave Montreal on the 8th. I even missed Sister Miller's classes.
Funny how some games really stand the test of time. I used to play this with Mom all the time.
Bye, Ems and Haws. Hello and goodbye. Geos die, I will. Oh, Doris Day. Madzaloo, Doris Day is a really good guess. I've never been certain. I will put all the letters back, I promise. But I want to keep them out. Because presumably the answers are on or related to the letters. Okay, so... And my best guess for... Unlike my favorite bar, this one was black. Unlike my favorite bar, this one was black. Hold on, I'm writing it in my notebook. Oh, also, I bought that Mega FMV bundle. There's a Mega FMV bundle sale on Steam. And it had, like, an incredible number of FMV games. What was in it? Let me see. Also, hello, thank you for the raid. I missed that you raid. I'm so sorry. It genuinely had like 20 FMV games. It has 13 games. And I'm gonna list them, but they don't mean anything to me. Late Shift, The Isle Title Hotel, The Complex, 10 Dates, Who Pressed Mute on Uncle Marcus, Bloodshore, Nightbook, 5 Dates, I Saw Black Cows, The Shape-Shifting Detective, The Bunker, Mia and the Dragon Princess, and The Gallery. They look like a real spread of genres. So yeah, The Bunker seems like a horror experience. 5 Dates looks like a rom-com. It like the image of it just looks like a rom-com. It does not look like a game. 10 Dates also, I think, probably a sequel to 5 Dates. Some of these, I imagine, are gonna be pretty hit and miss, but I think maybe a December or January FMV month is gonna be called for. Some month where I'm not doing like Game of the Year wrap-up stuff. So depending on how much overflow I have this year, December might not be it. It might be January, but we'll see. Okay. FM Vanuary is really good. FM Vanuary is very good. Okay, from the first one, take 2. From the last one, take the last 2. Okay. So, okay, the first 2... my assumption is that the 4 letters that we end up with will also be a word. Unlike my favorite bar, this one was black. I mean, it's gotta be a cat, right? Because, like, I'm assuming her favorite bar is the white cat. So this has to be a name. Oh, Grace. Greta. Fucking Greta. I misremembered. The first, it's gotta be Greta. I was assuming, because there was that picture of the family with the dog, but this does not look like a dog collar. And that spells Gris, G-R-I-S. All right, put letters back. Close. Can I not remove... Okay, it's not giving me an option to remove the keys. Okay, there we go. No, no. Put back. Okay. Close. Okay. And I think this was open when I got here. Okay. Alright, I think everything is good to go. I'm curious what the implications of this word is. Oh, I should put the bird key back. You're right, Madzalu. Where did I pick that up from? It was on this little plate. Okay. It is still unlocked. Yeah. That is a good point. Y'all are being a much more responsible snoop than I am.
I don't think I'll need this again.
Uh-oh. I think I might have had to have locked it. I might have had to have locked it before I removed the keys. Too late now. That might get me busted. It is what it is. Yeah, I don't know. It might have given me the option to lock it. I was not paying attention. Interesting.
That novelist, Bridget Boswell, is actually you, Marcella?
Ooh la la! Okay, that explains where she got all that money from. She's published at least 7 gay romance novels. Oh, and this is what she was being blackmailed about. Oh. I know you prefer a good old crime story, but last week I came up on a romance novel with an intriguing title, and they were roommates. I bought it on an impulse at a train station and read it cover to cover during the journey. Can you imagine my surprise when I recognized our story? You may have changed the names and locations, but all of your moments are there. Our endless discussions in the dorm room, our first date in the theater, our trip to Quebec City. You often said writers are thieves, but I never fully understood until now. Is she being blackmailed by Anne, her former lover? It's been almost 10 years since I received your last letter, the letter that painted our relationship as nothing more than a summer fling. At first, I could not believe you had written those words. Then I waited in vain for your answer and had to accept that your love for me had never been real. For many years, I was heartbroken, angry, confused. I questioned the nature of our feelings, of our attraction, and made many wrong decisions. But this book, your book, am I foolish to think it's proof you really loved me? In any case, I hope you're well, and I'm happy to see you accomplish your dream of becoming a writer. Très sincèrement, Anne.
Oh, Anne. Murder might be a bit much, but you deserve some kind of justice. After all this, turns out you're a fan of Bridget? Of Marcella? That's a lot sweeter than I expected.
Although you don't know me, I think I can safely say I'm your biggest fan. Your novels have literally changed my life. After the war, I spent almost 10 years in a psychiatric hospital because of panic attacks. None of the treatments were working, and I wasn't getting any better. I became friends. So this is the stalker. I don't know why she mentioned murder. We have not seen any murder so far. None of the treatments were working and I wasn't getting any better. I became friends with one of the nurses who started lending me books so I could pass the time. I didn't really like the first ones, but then I picked up Bridget Boswell's first novel, your novel. I never read such a beautiful love story. It almost brought tears to my eyes. I immediately urged the nurse to give me more of your books. Believe it or not, the more I read them, the less panic attacks I had. The doctors thought it was a new medicine finally working, but I know the truth! Ma! Your knowledge Your novels have given me the courage to get in contact with Lindsay, a friend from the war. I had always felt for him the same way your characters feel for each other, but I never did to tell him. Now I have, thanks to you. The thought of seeing him again is what motivates me to get better and leave the hospital. I hope to hear back from him soon. After my discharge, I wanted to thank you for everything you've done for me. I discovered Bridget was a pseudonym, so tracking you down took longer than I thought. Fortunately, I'm a very patient and resourceful man, and I never give up. Do you think we could meet? I have so much more to tell you.
I'm glad you were able to open up to Marcella like this. Everyone needs someone to talk to.
I think, okay, there are more letters that I need to flip through. I assumed I was going to have to click through. Thank you for answering my letter. I now realize how unsettling it must have been for you. Please forgive me for tricking your editor into giving me your address. I know I shouldn't have done that. I wanted to thank you as well as your encouraging words concerning Lindsay. I still haven't heard from him, and I'm starting to fear I might have the wrong address. I wish I could take a train to Virginia, but that's not an option right now as I can barely pay rent. I guess I'll have to find a job. As a kid, I dreamt of being an actor, a Hollywood star. I know it's a foolish dream, but what else can I do? What am I good at? I have tried getting some odd jobs already, but employers turn me down as soon as they learn I've been in the hospital the last 10 years of my life. If it continues like this, I'll probably end up on the street like so many of my army buddies. Why am I telling you all this? After reading your books and getting to know you through them, I tend to forget I'm only a stranger to you. I hope you don't mind. You seem to be a good listener, and I've been feeling rather lonely ever since I left the hospital. Anyway, please tell me more about your life, and do not hesitate to write long letters. I must have read your previous one 1,000 times already.
An advance on my salary. So Marcella hired you. But what for?
I've just received a letter from Lindsay's mother. She tells me he's dead. Oh, okay. There was a stack of letters in his room that we found about Lindsay, and because I didn't know that the game was this gay yet, I did assume Lindsay was a woman. Words cannot even begin to describe how empty I feel. He died 2 years ago before I even sent my letter. He will never know my feelings for him, and I will never know if he could have loved me back. Ugh. I guess I should have known this would end in pain, just like your novels. I wish I had Lindsay's ability to find beauty everywhere. Even during the war, amidst the death and chaos, he would marvel at the forests of Germany, at the sun, at the birds. He loved birds so much. He could identify them just by listening to their song. I have to admit your proposition took me by surprise. I was hesitant to leave home at first. I was afraid to miss Lindsay's answer, but now that there's nothing keeping me here, I'm desperate for anything that will help me forget the pain. But I don't have enough money to make it to Texas. Do you think you could give me an advance on my salary? In spite of everything, I'm really excited to finally meet you. Okay. I'm hoping that I suspect Marcella and Anne will get a happy ending, and I'm sad that poor Paul is probably, not immediately. Life goes on. He'll be okay. I didn't expect you to reply to my letter, but I'm happy I was wrong. Your words have comforted me in a time of great distress. If only Lewis was half the man you say Hector is. He has quite a temper and hits me frequently. I'm willing to put up with it as long as he doesn't hurt Michael, but there are some days when it becomes almost unbearable. Girl. The other day, I dreamt of our first date. We were watching The Postman Only Rings Twice again, but suddenly we were in the movie. You were Lana Turner and I was John Garfield, and we were both plotting to kill my husband. I hate to admit it, but I almost hope it was premonitory. To answer your question, I do still have our box. Oh, my brother is currently in Atlanta for work, and I was thinking of going to see him with Michael next month. If you're able to meet with me there, we could open the box together and laugh at the silly things we thought important all those years ago. I hope to hear from you soon. P.S. Do you remember the secret letter we invented so Sister Miller couldn't understand the notes we passed during class in the secret language? I still do.
I do like a happy ending. I just hope that's where your story is headed.
Dear Marcella, thank you for sending me a signed version of your latest novel. I think it's your greatest work yet, but I do have a few comments to help make the next one even better. First, I believe Rose should be more concerned with what she deserves than what her husband deserves. He may not deserve the pain she will cause by leaving him, but they both deserve to be happy, and they won't be as long as they remain together, as long as she doesn't listen to her own needs. Also, I think it would be great if your next novel ended in a more positive note. Imagine if Rose left her husband and rode into the sunset with Eve. Imagine if they went to New York or Los Angeles, someplace where people like us are tolerated. Imagine if they got there to have their happy ending. It would be the best story ever. I hope you consider it. P.S. I know you say invisibility protects us, but don't you wish to be seen sometimes? Wouldn't you like people to know you're Bridget Boswell, to recognize you on the street, to recognize your own work? Why not publish your next novel under your own name?
Oh, so you came to Montreal under the pretense of celebrating your wedding anniversary. But all along, you meant to reunite with Anne.
I left the house. I left Lewis. I couldn't take it anymore. I couldn't lie anymore. How do you do it? How do you manage to live a double life? To hide your work and your novels from your husband? I had so much less to hide, and yet... Michael and I are staying at the Clarington Hotel until we find a place to stay and the divorce is done. I don't know how long it will take. Could you come see me in Montreal? I really need you by my side right now. P.S. I wouldn't put it past Lewis to scour every hotel guest book in the region looking for me under his surname, so I've registered under the name Beaumont. Oh, she's hiding out. What?
So, let me get this straight. Mrs. Beaumont and Mrs. Cruz are some kind of star-crossed lovers?
Seems like it, yeah. But I'm not sure whether they chose to meet here just to reconnect for a few days, or if there's something more to it.
Well, I may be able to help with that.
Really? How?
Oh, some mail arrived earlier for Mrs. Beaumont.
I wonder what's in it.
We could open it.
I mean, that's kinda illegal.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I think it is.
Well, too late. I've always one day.
Beth for mail fraud?
So?
It's 3 train tickets, and there's a tourism pamphlet for California.
Yes!
Well,
Yes!
it's much more progressive there than it is here.
So, Anna and Marcella want to go there to live their love freely.
And Marcella, huh? You 3 are best pals now?
Well, after reading so much of their correspondence, I kind of feel like I know them, you know?
Yeah. But what about Mr. Morgan, though? I mean, Paul. How does he fit into all of this?
Rip.
I think Marcella hired him. I found some letters Paul wrote to her. He said that her proposition took him by surprise, and that he'd need an advance on his salary.
Mechtel, there's no mystery.
To investigate
We are
her
just
own
snooping.
affair?
I'm not sure. I didn't find the letter he was replying to.
And why did he have those pictures of you anyway?
I guess we'll never know for sure, but I don't think it was ever about me.
It's always been about Anne and Marcella.
Exactly.
Well, it feels a tad anticlimactic, but who needs drama, right?
At least it made our day pretty interesting.
It sure did. You know, after today, I think I get why you're so interested in the lives our guests lead. I try to forget they exist as soon as I'm done interacting with them. But once in a while, it's nice to remember that, well, even the most put-together person could be an absolute mess on the other side of the door.
To clarify, Mechtel, and for anybody who missed the first stream, the inciting incident was that we went to clean Paul Morgan's room, and he had turned his bathroom into a dark room, and there were pictures of me, pictures of Sophie going through the luggage, people's luggage, which you're not supposed to do. And so we thought maybe he was gonna blackmail us, or that he was stalking us or something. But then, as we've uncovered, there is first of all more going on, but second of all, everyone here is gay. It's the gayest hotel in Canada. and I mean genuinely canonically, that we found some newspapers that suggest that this hotel had a seedy reputation, like a bad reputation for being, gosh, just such a weird place where unsavory people would come before it got taken over by the current owner. So just everybody here is gay.
What about you? Who is Beth Lambert when no one's looking?
I like to think that with me, what you see is what you get. But maybe an extra Snoopy super sleuth could uncover a few more layers. Maybe ones I didn't even know I had.
Oh.
Challenge accepted.
Come see me when your shift ends, all right? We could leave together if you want.
Sure. If we're able to. With all that snow, I'm thinking maybe we'll have no choice but to spend the night here.
Ooh,
Together. In one bed.
A pillow fort? We do work in a hotel, you know. There are actual beds here.
I know, but isn't my way so much more fun?
Well,
Gonna be a fade to black on this
could
flirt.
take a page out of Michael's book and decorate it, and then spend the night throwing stuff at Bernard whenever he comes through the lobby.
Oh, now you're talking.
I just have to finish my tasks for the day, and then I can leave.
Gay. Okay, yeah, what did I... Is that the elevator? Oh my god! Read the note. Read the thing in his hand first.
Mr. Cruz?
Oh, it's Marcella's husband. She wouldn't pay to kill him,
Mr. Cruz?
right? That seems like a leap.
Oh, God. Oh, God. What happened?
This is an incredible twist to come over halfway through
Is
this game.
about Paul?
I
Does that mean...
Thank you for reporting that guest's unacceptable behavior. We will look into it as soon as possible. However, I regret to inform you that we cannot divulge a guest's personal information regardless of that guest's behavior. As I'm sure you understand, we're very concerned with our guest's privacy, and our staff prides itself on its discretion. Please contact us should that guest bother you again. Yours sincerely, Bernard Leduc. Okay, so he reached out about someone, but I'll notice, and I will highlight to the chat, is that it doesn't specify the gender of the guest with the unacceptable behavior. So we don't know if this is about Paul. It could also be about Anne. It could be, he could be trying to discover the personal information about Anne and who she is and what is happening there. So I should go back and throw away that one letter. Which one letter?
Mr. Cruz's life insurance policy. Why did he have this on him?
Okay. Uh-oh. Okay. Date of commencement.
Marcella? Okay, let's not jump to conclusions.
Why did he have this on him?
Marcella? Okay, let's not jump to conclusions.
Oh, boy. The one that's like, lol, we should kill my husband? Yeah. The problem is that was about Anne's husband, not Marcella's husband. Chat, should I throw either of these away? I mean, this is suspicious. This life insurance policy was taken out earlier this year. Oh. No, I shouldn't throw either of these things away. Can I save? No. I think the letter one is innocuous enough. Oh, maybe 2% gold. Yeah, maybe. Throwing out the note might protect Paul. Well, again, we don't know that this letter is about Paul. I want to emphasize, like, there is no gender, and the letter is very careful to not include a gender, which makes me think that this is a red herring. Oh, hey, you know what? This letter is from... No, I'm getting confused with... I think I'm getting confused with another game. This is like February 17th, 1958. Okay. It does seem like it can and will be pinned on Paul, but it could equally be about Anne. And Bernard will know who it's about, one way or the other. So I'm not totally concerned about that. God, so this life insurance policy was taken out 2 days ago? God, that looks bad. Oh, that looks bad. Not 2 days ago. A week ago. A little over a week ago. I'm sorry, my sense of time is so fucked right now. My sense of time is extra fucked right now because of PAX. And the fact that I'm not back a whole week before leaving. And also I'm sick. I think I'm not going to do anything. I'm not going to do anything. This isn't like protecting one of my coworkers from being fired. This is a murder. Probably. Is there anything else I can click? Okay. I think I'm going to do nothing. I don't think people will know. Can we dispose of the body? There's no throwaway option when I hover over the body. I know, Madzaloo, I know. But this is really suspicious. I know! I know! There is nothing... There is nothing... Okay, here's... Okay. We know Marcella hired Paul to do something, but he was supposed to meet her in Texas. He was not supposed to meet her here. He asked for an advance on his salary so that he could meet her in Texas specifically. So we still don't really know why he is here. There's a non-zero chance. He used to be a soldier, yes, in the World Wars. He got out, he was in a psychiatric hospital for 10 years, and now he's out again. I think there's a non-zero chance that the husband hired, that this man, this corpse, hired Paul to get close to Marcella to figure out what is happening there. I think there's a chance that I can't imagine why else he would be here spying on the two of them if he weren't actually trying to get proof of Marcella and Anne. Yeah, I mean, yeah, this guy doesn't seem to be shitty. I mean, by all, yeah, that's true. By all accounts, he was here earnestly. We found him attempting to write vows. He wanted to have children with Marcella. So by all accounts, he was very earnest and straightforward in this relationship. I just can't figure out why Paul is here. And he was so aggressive. He was so aggressive in those letters about befriending Marcella. But I do feel like he was in earnest about, the thing, we know he wasn't lying about the Lindsay stuff, because we found those letters, and we found a photo of him with a fellow soldier that he had kept. Hector and Paul argued and accused Paul. That's true. That's true. That's true. No, you're right, Madzalu. This is so confusing. I mean, so it's not impossible. Yeah, it's not impossible that Lewis, who is Anne's abusive husband, came here. Yeah, we're gonna check where the blood came from. Don't you worry. I think I'm not gonna do anything. You think the life insurance was planted? Oh, that's interesting. It is weird that it's like half bloody. I think I'm not gonna touch anything. Oh. Well, it's the handprint on the floor suggests that he dragged himself out this way. Yeah, we finally got to the murder gold stars. My instinct is, if I don't have enough information, is to do nothing until I have more information, and that feels like the right thing to do in this case. So I think I'm not gonna do anything. I am dedicated to replaying this game with the Andrew stuff, because the writing is so good. I want to know what else happened. So if I do wrong, I might go back and try it. Yeah, Mechtel, the storm is so bad that we can't get in or out, basically. The cops might show up, they might not. Madzalu, I'm with you. I'm really worried about the life insurance policy, but I just can't. Okay, we're gonna go. Oh no. Okay, interesting. So it's not coming from a room. Marcella's husband, Hector Cruz, they were the couple that was being stalked. Uh-oh. 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 That is a broken strand of pearls. Oh, boy. A cigarette case. Ooh. With the initials of Anne Bursey, I think is her real actual last name. Oh boy, it is looking bad.
Should I hold on to this, maybe?
Ooh, did not mean to pick that up. That is an ice pick. Let me just go ahead and walk over this fucking crime scene.
Oh. So Paul's work with Marcella was to follow her around like a private investigator, to help her with research for her novel.
I know, the lesbians chat, I know. Dear Paul, I'm sorry to hear you're in such a dire situation. You seem to possess a lot of useful skills, and it's a shame employers cannot see you past your medical history, but don't despair. I've been writing novels for almost 8 years now. My publisher takes most of the sales revenue, but I was able to collect a substantial sum over the years. Now I would like to use that money to hire you. I'm getting tired of romance novels and thinking about branching out into crime fiction. As a sort of research, I would like you to follow me around town and take notes of my comings and goings. I'm aware this is a very unusual job, but considering you were able to track me down, I believe you would make a great, quote, private detective. What? Queerman, thank you for the resubscribe. In addition to your salary, I would cover all work-related expenses and would, of course, be the first to read the manuscript once it's finished.
Paul
What?
really got into his role.
What the fuck? And also, why is this letter here? I hope spying on me isn't proving too exhausting. You've really inspired me to go inspired me so far, and I already have tons of ideas. The trench coats you bought were a nice touch. You look straight out of a film noir. I also noticed you started smoking. It's probably another way for you to get into character, but maybe that's pushing it a little too far. You know best, of course, but don't pick up drinking next. At this rate, I should be able to start writing in 2 or 3 weeks. Thanks again for your help.
He followed Marcella to Montreal even though she was done with her research.
Paul, why did you follow me to Montreal? As I already told you, I do not require your services anymore. I'm starting to worry you're taking your role a bit too seriously. You are not a real detective. You have to let go.
Poor Paul. Lindsay's death really hit him hard. He hasn't been in the best headspace.
Montreal's much bigger than I had expected. Big cities always make me feel lonely, and that feeling was only exacerbated this morning by the fact that everyone around me was speaking a language I could not understand. I bought an English-French dictionary at the train station, but I don't think I'll need it after all. English speakers seem much more common in the downtown area, thank God. The hotel is nice. When I arrived, the whole staff was busy getting ready for some big event. It wasn't until I saw Marcella enter the lobby with a flower bouquet that I realized today's Valentine's Day. Hector and her were gone in a flash, and I was left feeling more alone than ever, wishing Lindsay was there with me. Helping Marcella out these past few weeks has been a great distraction, but it still hurts so much every time I think about him. I had hoped the great pain would be gone by now. I'll probably need a double dose of Miltone to sleep tonight.
So Paul just needed to pass the time while Marcella was away. That's why he was observing us.
Today I wanted to follow Marcella and Hector out of the hotel, but the sidewalks were so packed with people that I started having a panic attack. I tried taking a cab, and that's when I realized I was all out of money. It's been a while since Marcella's last payment, and the hotel room was more expensive than I anticipated. I couldn't resort to selling the camera, so I decided to pawn my victory medal instead. It was hard letting it go after so many years, and yet it also felt strangely liberating. Maybe it's a sign I shouldn't be holding on to the past so much. To fight boredom until Marcella and Hector's return, I started looking at the hotel staff. I heard Andrew and Beth at the reception desk discussing books and movies. They both seemed like nice people. I wish I found the courage to join their conversation. When you look at people all day and they never look back, you start feeling invisible. I noticed that Sophie, the maid in charge of cleaning the 5th floor, seems to share my interest for other people's lives. Maybe I should try talking to her.
Paul was hiding out right here. Did he ever find the person who was sneaking out at night?
Was it not Anne and Marcella? Or it was probably Marcella sneaking out to Anne's room. This question has been driving me crazy since the first night at the hotel, so tonight I decided to investigate. I found a hiding spot near the ice machine with a nice view of the whole corridor. My camera's at the ready, but there's been no movement for at least 3 hours, and I'm fighting not to fall asleep. No need for Miltone tonight. I thought being a detective would be more exciting. Maybe Marcella's right. Maybe it's time to let go of Mr. Spade. So he did name himself after Sam Spade.
9:45? So Anne and Marcella met here this morning while I was busy cleaning room 504.
I awoke around 9:30 and realized I'd fallen asleep sometime in the early morning. I was about to go back to my room when the guests from room 507 came to sit on one of the chairs close by. She's been there ever since, and I don't dare leave my hiding spot in front of her. Marcella joined the guest from 507 around 9:45. Apparently she told Hector she didn't love him anymore, and he's now convinced she's been cheating on him. That explains why he assaulted me out of the blue yesterday and accused me of having an affair with his wife. The guest from 507, I've learned her name is Anne, has just said she might have an idea on how to solve their problem. I'm thinking of revealing myself, but I don't want to anger Marcella. The longer I wait, the more awkward it will be when I do come out. Maybe I should. And then nothing else, bloodstain. Yeah, is he in the ice bin is a great question. I don't seem to be able to open it. Is this game gonna make me fucking develop film? It has been threatening that since I first started playing. Okay. I mean, okay, here's the thing. There's an ice pick. I can't tell if there's blood on it, but there's no blood around it. If I had to describe it, I would say a struggle took place. Anne, probably Anne, if I had to guess. I mean, I think the fact that there's blood, it does look like blood is coming out of it, but I think the fact that there's blood on this point here suggests that there is a fight. Somebody was pushed on that corner. Possibly their head fell to the ground, attempting to make an escape. Because, okay, these look like... Are these, do you think, smeared footprints? A couple of solid footprints knocked against this, fell to the ground. I'm just gonna step in every part of this. And then these are, it turns into handprints. And then comes around the corner. I think there is a chance it was an accident. I don't think it matters. I think they'll send Anne to the clink regardless. Just because so often when women are put in a position of self-defense against men, they are often convicted despite having clear self-defense defenses. So, like, oh... NH London, there's been a murder. Where is Paul Morgan? Where is Anne? Madsaloo, no! You think they're being framed? This is the problem, is I don't want to help a murderer. If she actually murdered somebody, that is a crime, and you shouldn't do that, and you shouldn't get away with that. Where are any of these people? Okay, I do think I'm gonna throw away the necklace and the cigarette case. I'm wondering if Paul Morgan didn't kill him and now he's trying to frame Anne. The reason I think they're trying to be framed is this is a lot. Here's the two reasons why I think it's a lot. I think she's being framed. This is a lot.
I have to get the power back on.
No. You need to chill for a moment, Sophie. It's a lot. It is a lot visually that is pointing so aggressively towards this, including the notes that have been left by Paul. The notes left by Paul are so weird. I'm wondering if he was here and if he, like, jumped out of the ice chest during an argument. I wonder if he jumped out. Maybe he was talking to Marcel and Hector came in and they got into a fight. Here's the other reason why I think this might be somebody being set up, is because the game did this earlier. I'm pretty certain because what's her name? Linda wrote hypocrite bitch. I believe Linda wrote on her own window, hypocrite bitch, trying to get Wendy fired. And if you recall from the first session, we cleaned that up. But then later we heard Linda asking Bernard, hey, did you see anything weird written anywhere on my door or something? And he was like, no. And then I got a pop-up that said, I prevented anyone from getting fired. So I think the game is not above setting up a situation in which somebody is being framed. Okay. Man, all right. I think we're going to interfere. Oh, fuck. The moment I do it for one of these things, I'm fully committed. I think I've got to help the lesbians. Yeah. What helps them, though? It's a good question. I think throwing away the super obvious. There's an ice pick, but I don't think anybody's used the ice pick for anything, so I'm not going to grab it. God, what did this say? I feel like leaving this here kind of frames Paul, which I don't want to do again if he's not guilty. And here's these notes. The notes will out. I mean, I don't think they explicitly out Anne and Marcella. And they do place him on the, they do place him at the site of Moida. I mean, this one really, okay, the how to solve their problem is pretty dire. But I feel like if I leave just this, it's really setting up Paul. But I don't know if any of these people did it. All right, I'm gonna throw everything away. I'm gonna leave the camera and the ice pick. Oh my god. This is genuinely some of the most difficult choices I've ever had to make in a video game. I'm gonna leave that. Do I want to throw away the life insurance policy? It looks so suspicious, but to what end? Because I don't think Marcella was intending to kill her husband. I mean, this looks really suspicious. You think this was planted? I think the only option with the camera was to trash it. The only thing I can highlight, Marcella, it looks like, is her name.
Okay, let's not jump to conclusions.
Okay, I'm gonna throw it out. In for a penny, in for a pound. But I'm gonna leave the note. I am worried that I'm accidentally setting Paul up to take the fall for all of this. The person that got murdered was Hector Cruz, Marcella Cruz's husband. They were attempting to conceive. Well, he wanted to have children. She didn't, because she's a lesbian and wanted to run away with her lesbian lover, Anne. I think there's a chance that Paul was setting up Anne for the murder, but why? All right, let's go to the... Yeah, she was taking birth control. She definitely did not want children, because I think then she would be more or less trapped in the marriage. But I don't think she didn't have any bad feelings.
It's too big. I guess I'll need something pointier.
Like an ice pick? Sophie?
I don't think there's anything here that would help me.
No! For real?
Might need this to restore power.
They gonna make me steal that ice pick? I want whoever killed this man to suffer repercussions. There's a chance that it was an accident because ice boxes are generally not a murder weapon. Oh my god, are these my footsteps? Oh no! Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, chat. Chat, uh-oh. Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. This is in 1958, I believe is the year. I mean, I committed the moment I threw away that cigarette container. Yeah, maybe I can clean them up. That would be really funny.
It's too big. Like that worked, thank God. Now, to get the power back. Eugene, what I would give to have you with me right now. Your note will have to make do.
It's also really funny how many of these games have power outages and fuse box related power solutions. If there's a power outage and I'm busy preventing another part of this hotel from collapsing, here's what to do. Check fuse box plan for required amperage of each socket. Remove all blown fuses from socket. Blown fuses are usually blackened. Screw in new fuses in socket. Make sure ampage is correct. Flick big lever to restore power. Okay. Remove fuse. It's really hard to tell which of these is blackened. I guess they mean blackened like this middle part. Okay. How do I know? Okay, so S-type is 20. So this one should be an S-type. Great, okay. This one's 30, so it should be G-type. And this one's 15, so it should be A-type.
How does Eugene do this again? Fuses. I probably need new fuses.
I need another fuse.
I don't think there's anything here that would help me.
I need one additional fuse? Oh, god damn it. Oh, ahaha. I know everyone's gonna see my footprints in the blood. Oh, Christ. Hey, I restored the power. I got a little Chivo for restoring the power. Huh.
How did this end up here?
I know I say this a lot, but that doesn't look like blood to me. It looks like pizza sauce, right? Y'all are with me, right? It's a very orangey. But this was, if I remember correctly, in Paul Morgan's room. Or was it? I remember we talked about this. We talked about this and where this was. Interselection mode.
Not much use without the rest of the code. Unless those numbers I found in the laundry room, could they be part of the same combination?
Did I find numbers in the laundry room? I'm gonna write this down. Did I find numbers in the laundry room? I'm worried I've jumped ahead.
Those numbers I found in the laundry room, could they be part of the same combination?
Okay, so we're missing 3 numbers for a code. It might be in my in-game notes. Close that. Close that on up. Let me close it. Okay. I guess it'd be under clues. 509 laundry ticket. Okay. Oh! I do remember there was a crumpled note. There was a pan with a crumpled note that had been washed for room 509. Oh. I should have written down those numbers, and I certainly didn't, huh? And it doesn't say on the laundry ticket, but I do remember. All right, well, we're gonna have to go down there at some point and get that code. I think it was 20. Oh, I thought it had 21 in it. 2116? We're only missing 3 numbers, though. I do remember there being 21. Oh, I mean, who knows we're going to be able to get back down there again. How did this even get here?
Not much use without the rest of the code. Unless those numbers I found in the laundry room, could they be part of the same combination?
All right, let's go back. I supplied. Congrats on not having grape nuts. That's what I have to say about that. It's really bothering me that this rug isn't straight. Oh, Christ.
Is there anything I've forgotten? Once I leave this floor, I probably won't be able to come back.
Thank you, game. Should we just try to brute force the safe in 509? I'm worried when they say we can't come back, they literally mean we will not be able to explore anything else here. Oh my god. Oh my god, my footprints. Ooh, do I want to replace the ice pick? That seems like a bad idea, actually. Because it does have my fingerprints right on all over it. Oh my god, there's so many footprints, though. I'm gonna take 1 or 2 stabs, so to speak, at 509s. Let's go ahead and close you. At the safe. Alright, so it's 23. $40. I mean, I do remember 21 being on that note.
Damn it. Come on, Sophie. 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 Damn it. Come on, Sophie.
Okay. Oh, do I have...
Power's back. Now, I should go down to the lobby. Call the police.
Wrong. God, what did... Candle note stash. Lost item list. Movie script change. Paper note with numbers was the one. Have erased code. 216. Okay. It wasn't 21. It was 21. I hate being close to being right, but being wrong. 4216. So funny. God. Uh-oh. You ruined my life, you fucking moron. I lost my house, my family, everything, and now you refuse to pay the money you owe me. For years I gave you my hard-earned money. It was all for nothing. I hope you and the All-American burn in hell. What the fuck? SW. This is Hector and Marcelo's room. I mean, the first room that we cleared out, it was somebody who was heavily in debt. Woman and 3 children killed in house fire. The Williams house, located on 32nd Street, is a total loss. 4 members of a family died in a residential fire last night. According to police and firefighters, flames were seen coming from the 2-story house by a neighbor around 3 a.m. It took firefighters about 1 hour to extinguish the blaze. The bodies of a woman and 3 children were found in the house. Meredith Williams and her children, Thomas, David, and Sarah. Samuel Williams, the husband, managed to escape the house unharmed. What the fuck?
The bodies of a woman and 3 children. 3 children.
The burnt fucking bears that we found immediately on opening this game. What does it mean? The dramatic pan around the coffee mug. I love it. I'm obsessed. The extent to which this game has taken their, like, film noir, detective Hitchcock vibe. I'm really into it. God, that was great. That was a great fucking reveal. All right, let's look at the gun. You have refused to pay. He works in life insurance. This man was supposed to pay out insurance. Okay, I have a really grim possibility. What if Samuel Williams, drowning in debt, set light to his house because he was hoping to get the fire insurance, instead killed his whole family, still couldn't get a payout, maybe because they think it's arson. Ugh. Wow. What an insanely vital clue that we very easily could have missed. Wow. Holy shit, y'all. Now I don't want to ever leave because I'm like, is there more that we could have missed? Should we go through that man's hotel room one more time before we leave? Holy shit. All right, we're gonna peek into his house one more go. Okay, it won't let me interact with the safe, which I'm gonna presume means I don't have the key. He covered the mirror because he can't stand to fucking look at himself after what he's done. God, fucking grim. Unexpectedly hard-hitting. Okay, yeah, once again, Lucky coin financing, which seems pretty sus. Did we get a time? I don't think it's gonna matter. I'm just curious if there was a time frame. Do you think Paul saw the actual murder? Ugh. Devastating. All right. Okay. Oh my god. I don't know that I can unframe anyone.
Hello? Is anyone in? Hello? I need help. Hello? Is anyone in?
I don't think I can unthrow away those things. No, I can't. Could I just live back here forever? That looks like an artifact. That looks like an issue with the artifacting, not a clue. All right, well, yeah, just get a couple more blood stains around of my footprint. Holy Christ. Okay, I guess I have to call?
I have to contact the police. I should be able to call from the front desk.
Do you want me to take the elevator? Okay, it's not gonna let me go in. Oh, okay, before I leave, well, here's what I am gonna do. Let's go ahead and get a new save in there. Well, I mean, this is the thing. That note could also have been about the man in that room. Like, it is extremely possible that this note is not about Paul or Anne. It is about the arsonist, question mark? No, I think we have to call the police, so I think we have to go down there. I mean, you know what, let me try. There's a lot of phones around. Oh, good. Okay. Hey, Beth. I'm gonna lose my fucking job here, one way or the other. I think we can all agree. Beth and I are gonna have to move out to that farm. Okay. I think we just have to go. Oh my god.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
No emergency stairs? Hey, Beth. I know I'm not supposed to be seen in reception, but... Hey, it's an emergency, though. Class clout Clarington. Gross. They just left the book up here? That is so unsafe. So irresponsible. But who was it room 504 that the arsonist was in? Looks like T or P Wellington.
Beth? Where is everyone?
Beth, please, I'm so scared. Please hold my hand. Beth, please.
I'm not going back up there. Anybody down here?
Where the fuck is everyone? Looks like we got some water dripping from somewhere.
Montreal Police Service, Station 22.
There's a man dead. He's been murdered. I need the police.
Please stay calm, ma'am. Where are you right now?
The lobby, but the body, it's upstairs.
Can you give me the address, please?
Oh, 1178 Drummond Street.
All right, ma'am. Officers are on their way.
Thank you.
I couldn't take any of the guns. I could only throw them away. Thankfully, this man was not shot, or else I would feel really bad about not contributing.
So Anne and Marcella really are planning to run off together.
Yes.
Was what happened to Hector part of their plan?
No. No.
Is this the brochure Beth was talking about?
Yeah.
The one that came in the mail for Anne?
Yeah. Ride the roads to romance, yeah. I mean, I guess I could throw those away because it looks suspicious.
Why does the
I'm gonna leave it.
VIP want to meet with Paul? Maybe he fell for his role-playing and wants to hire him as a private investigator.
Disregard previous instructions. Our prestigious guest has expressed the desire to meet the guest from room 505. I cannot fathom what such an illustrious man wants from such a freak, but if you see him, please direct him towards my office. I think Hitchcock is... Oh, hold on. There were more pages. I think Hitchcock's going to hire
Bernard
him.
really wants Paul out of the hotel.
I've heard more reports on the guest from room 505 and his strange behavior, following people around, spying on guests. As you're all aware, we have a very prestigious guest in room 602. I would hate for his stay at our distinguished establishment to be tarnished because of some other undesirable guests. You must vacate his room as soon as possible. Invent an excuse if you have to. Also note that from now on, our if you can pay, you can stay policy no longer applies. Guests who do not fit the hotel's new elevated standards should be denied a room. The boss of this hotel is just like, yeah, discriminate. Please, it's hotel policy to discriminate. Okay, now for real, where the fuck is everyone? Please be Beth. Please be Beth. I need a tall lady hug right now.
Great timing, right? I'm thinking if we're lucky, Bernard will let us go home. No point in working in the dark. Sophie? Bean, you're not scared of the dark, are you? Hey, is everything okay?
I found Mr. Cruz. Hector.
Oh, you did? What was the bloke up to?
You don't understand. I found his body. He's dead, Beth.
Oh, merde. Merde. Sit down, okay? You look like you're about to faint. Have you called the police?
Yeah, they're on their way.
What happened? Was there an accident?
No, I don't think so. Someone did this to him.
You don't think Beth has seen some shit before?
Merde. Do you think it could have been Anne and Marcella?
Could it have been? right. No, you're right. We made our bed. We're committing it to it not being the lesbians.
What about Paul? He and Hector were caught fighting. I also found a letter from one of Hector's customers. He seemed really angry. I guess it could be him as well.
The cops will want to talk to you. Know what you've seen.
Oh,
You
what
need
have I
to be
seen?
careful about what you tell them. If
Sure,
word of Anne and
sure
Marcella's
do.
affair gets out, they may put a label on them that will really hurt them. It might not even matter in the end if they did it or not.
I understand what you mean,
What
but
are
say
you
more,
saying?
Beth.
It's just... cops like to go after people who are different. People like Anne, like Marcella, like me.
I hid so much evidence.
You know, I was barely 20 when I was shoved into a police car for just hanging out with people who made me feel like I wasn't so messed up after all.
What? Where did that happen?
At a bar called the White Cat. It's supposed to be a safe space, but it gets raided by cops every now and then. I know Anne was caught at least once too.
Wait, you know her?
No, I've never talked to her, but I've seen her a few times.
They've been
Marcella
raided
and her,
together.
They're just like me.
Thank you. Thank you for trusting me with this.
Maybe now you can understand why I care so much about you. I don't know if I'm feeling inspired by Anne and Marcella, or if it's the shock of being so close to an actual murder, but, I'd really like for us to be more than just friends, Sophie.
Yeah. I'd like that too.
That's... that's great.
Kind of a weird
The
time
police
for
is
it.
Here.
But
Just be mindful of what you tell them, okay?
Yeah.
I regret not throwing away the pamphlet that mentions romantic California. I'm so happy for them. Okay, but now what? Is there gonna be like an interrogation? What is gonna happen?
Miss Roy? Miss Roy? Miss Roy!
Oh, sorry. I was distracted.
I really need you to focus right now. I don't want to be here all night, and I'm sure you don't either.
No. No, I don't.
I've got a
So,
lesbian lover
as
to
I
get
was
to.
saying, we're trying to ascertain the circumstances of Mr. Cruz's death. Can you tell me how you came to find the body?
I was cleaning room 509 when I heard the elevator bell ring. Again and again and again. I thought maybe a child was playing with the doors, so I went out in the corridor, and that's when I saw him. All the blood and...
Why was the elevator bell ringing?
I'm sorry?
You said you heard the elevator bell ring. Why was it ringing? I assume it wasn't a child after all.
Well, Mr. Cruz's body was preventing the doors from closing.
Really? When we found the body, it wasn't that close to the doors.
Oh, the stairs are blocked because of the renovations, so the elevator's the only way out of the 5th floor. I had no choice but to move the body. Just a little.
Ah, so that explains the traces we found. Thank you for clearing that up. So, what did you do after that?
Well,
Oh my god.
that's when the power cut. So I had to go to the janitor's closet.
To access the fuse box.
Yeah, the traces,
Exactly.
Mechtel.
I changed a few fuses and turned the power back on.
But there's a lock on that box, isn't there? Did you have the key?
No, I didn't. Only Eugene does. But I thought an ice pick might do the trick, so I went to the ice machine to get one.
You might have seen 800
You're a size
footprints
7, I
in
suppose.
blood.
Yes, I am. Why?
What did you see when you went to the ice machine?
There was blood. A lot of it.
Did you touch anything?
Might have touched a few things. Did I touch anything? I did touch the camera. This is, yeah. I think we should lie as little as possible, but we need to be really strategic with the moments that we lie. And we're getting into the point where it's like, this is the thing we need to cover up, which is our involvement in covering up things. But I think I might have touched a few things. Has to be the way to go.
I might have touched a few things.
Yeah, okay.
Just to figure
this
out
is
what
what
had
I was
happened
worried
to Mr.
about.
Cruz.
Of course you did. Why so many witnesses can't help but compromise the evidence is just beyond me. Anyway, what did you do after restoring the power?
I took the elevator down to the lobby.
Yes, he said witness.
That's where
I
I
clocked
called the
that too,
police.
Isoflod.
Do you remember what you said to the operator? The exact words.
No, I'm afraid I don't.
You said, there's a man dead. He's been murdered.
That's possible.
What makes you so sure it was murder?
Oh, I don't. Oh no! I don't know what to do. I think I'm gonna say that he received death threats. I mean, I'm gonna lose my fucking job.
Well, I know about Mr. Cruz's angry customer. The one who sent him death threats.
Oh, yes, we found those. But the customer in question lives back in Texas, so there's no way he could have killed Mr. Cruz.
Actually, I think he may be staying at the hotel.
Have you encountered him?
No. In room 504, there's a guest who seems to be traveling alone. Yet, he has these 3 teddy bears in his room. Mr. Cruz's customer lost his 3 children in a fire, and these bears are slightly burnt. So...
An interesting deduction. I'll look into that. But how do you even know about the death threats?
I think I'm just gonna admit it. I think I'm just gonna admit that I was snooping. 'Cause you know what's better than admit that you've been tampering with a murder scene? It's admitting that you've been snooping. And it's bad and I will get fired, but I don't think I'm gonna go to prison for it.
I've been snooping around the guests' rooms.
I didn't think you'd admit it.
You knew already?
We found
We left the
pictures
pictures of
you
me
snooping around.
snooping. Yeah. Yeah.
Unless you want me to
I thought
arrest
about
you for
throwing those
violating
out.
your guest's privacy, I suggest you tell me everything you know.
I
All
thought about
right.
throwing those out before we left.
Let's start with the victim's wife, Marcella Cruz.
Probably could have gotten
Apparently
away with
she
it,
left
but
in quite a hurry this morning. What can you tell me about her?
I wonder if I could avoid this whole second portion of it. Oh no! This is a terrible option. This is a bad one. This is, well, because it's like, obviously I know stuff about her. I just admitted I just admitted I've been snooping on them. This is the problem, is like in real life I would just say I don't know anything about her and they couldn't really force me to say anything. This is a video game in which there is a correct answer. I don't want to tell the cops about the lesbians. He's gonna know that I'm lying about this, though. Is he gonna think that I'm covering up for her murdering her husband? I should have thrown away those fucking pictures and just lied through all of this. There was a moment where I was like, ooh, those pictures are there. And if I leave them up, the cops are for sure gonna find them. That's the thing, is he will know if I'm lying if I lie here. And yeah, Olivia, that's exactly what I'm worried about. I'm worried that if I lie here, it's not because he's not going to think it's because there's lesbians. He's going to think it's because... It's true. Beth did say that. You're so right. Oh, no, you're so right. Beth specifically said you can't let them know. This is maybe the hard... This is the Dark Souls of lesbian murder mysteries. This is maybe... Oh, this is so hard. Busted, no! It's not the 1940s, it's 1958. If it were the 1940s, it would probably be okay, because social mores were a lot looser about homosexuality during the war. But we're in the 50s. 1958 in particular is a bad time to be gay in America, or Canada, as it were. I think that, that's a good point. I do want Beth to like me. I'm just not, I think I'm gonna lie. I haven't lied yet so far. He's gonna know this is a lie. I feel like I gotta lie on this one. No, I'm with you.
I don't really know anything. She just looks like a loving, caring wife.
Really? That's odd, because we learned a lot about Mrs. Cruz when we went through her room. And let's just say that loving, caring wife are not the first words that would come to mind.
Oh?
Sounds like your
She's
problem.
She's a lesbian, involved in some sordid affair with the guest from room 507, Mrs. Beaumont. Have you ever witnessed them engaging in immoral behavior?
I wonder if I
What
could
do you
have
mean?
gotten rid.
I'm asking if you've seen them being,
It was a bad
intimate.
lie.
No, I haven't. No.
And did you hear them discuss their deviant ways in front of Mrs. Beaumont's
Christ.
son, perhaps? Imagine what kind of effect such perversion can have on a young child.
No, I didn't hear anything.
Did you hear them express their hatred of men? Did they ever talk about using violence against men? Did you hear them speak ill of Mr. Cruz?
Ooh. Yeah, it took a unsurprising bad turn. We might save Scum. Genuinely, we might save Scum. I think I can avoid all of this if I throw out the pictures of me snooping. Well, if we are potentially going to save Scum this, should I just take a stand? All right, yeah, let's take a stand. Fuck this
What are
motherfucker.
you trying to imply? That Mrs. Cruz killed her husband because she hates men?
I've seen it before from lesbians.
Yeah, I
This
bet
has
you
nothing
have.
to do with hate. It's about love. Not
Uh-oh.
that you'd understand.
Oh, and you think you do? Then please, enlighten me.
She's brave enough to be with the one she loves. That doesn't make her a criminal. That doesn't mean she killed her husband.
I'm starting to worry you may be one of them, Miss Roy, since you're so eager to defend
And
these
I worry
deviants.
about your ability to do your job, detective, since you seem to be such a...
Enough! One more word, just one more word, and you'll be spending the rest of your night in a cell. Now get the hell out of here. I've had enough of you.
He might just... He might just pin it on the lesbians anyway. It might not matter what we did. It could have gone worse. My guess is that could have gone way, way worse.
Bernard was strangely chipper on the phone. That can't be a good sign. I guess I'll know soon. The atmosphere is so different in here. Will it ever feel like it used to? It'll probably be a while before the hotel reopens.
I mean, there's a huge mess.
Ugh, go to hell.
Beth,
Hey,
are you okay?
I'm out of a job. But other than that, yeah, everything's just peachy.
What? No,
I hope you're luckier than I am. Come join me when he's done with you, all right? I'll be questioning my life choices on the mezzanine.
yeah.
Time to
Yeah,
buy that
okay.
farm. I know, isn't the little sailboat embroidery so cute? Hey, Bernard. So you might have seen some photos.
Ah, Miss Roy. Come in. I suppose you know why you're here?
I would guess it has something to do with the murder.
Well, you'd be right about that. We've been getting a lot of press lately, and not the good kind. I wouldn't expect you to understand the position I'm in, but I assure you, it's quite uncomfortable.
That's
To have
awful.
one's life's work blown away like that. All thanks to some sexual deviance and a nut job.
Yeah.
It's obvious to me now that I haven't been firm enough. For guests of such morals to be comfortable booking a few nights here and committing such a horrid act. Things
Yeah,
need
he
to change.
inherited this hotel.
This means
in fact, not even that,
elevating our
he
standards
blackmailed
to
to
the
get
highest
it.
possible level, and it starts with the people working here. It starts with you.
With me?
Yes. From what I've heard, you've been quite the exemplary maid lately. Clean rooms, satisfied guests.
I
Yep.
take my job very seriously, sir.
As you should. We'll see for the future, but for now, you'll be allowed to continue working here.
Fucking funny.
Thank you.
The cops didn't
I'm
show
not
him
done.
the photos.
The police have finished their investigation and left a mess on the 5th floor. I
What?
want you to clean it up.
He's gonna fire
You
me
want me
after
to
I
go
clean up
back
the
there?
blood stains.
Yes. Why not?
I found a dead body on that floor. I'm not going back.
I'll make this simple for you. If you don't do it, you're fired.
I mean, they fired Beth, so like... Oh, that's true. My mom is sick. But this place sucks. And I don't have to have repercussions because I'm not this actual person.
You can't fire me. Because I quit.
Sure. I fire you, you quit. It's all the same
Okay,
to
good
me.
luck finding
Just
somebody
make
else
sure
who's
to
gonna
empty
cover
your
up.
locker before the end of the month. That'll be all.
Okay. I didn't get a lot of depth on that tool time. I mean, that's the thing, right? Is like... I mean, I was a good maid. I did snoop through everybody's belongings. But more
What a
importantly,
week.
he's got a literal corpse to clean up, so...
So, what did Bernard want with you?
Well, he was being kind of a jerk, so I quit.
You what?
I quit. I figured there was no point in staying if you were leaving.
I appreciate the solidarity, but you really didn't have to do that.
I think it's for the best. Did Bernard say why he was firing you?
Ugh. He was going on and on about keeping deviants out of the hotel, so I may have lost my cool a little.
A little?
I told him I was one of those deviants he was so afraid of. He froze for a moment, then showed me the door.
So, what's next for you?
I think I'm done working under Bernard's or Linda's. Maybe it's time I become my own Bernard. Minus the fascism, of course. I could see myself owning my own establishment, one that caters to the right kind of crowd. Believe it or not, I do enjoy the company of people, just not, you know, the stuck-up, entitled clientele of this prestigious hotel. But maybe if I were behind the counter of, say, a bar, instead of a reception desk.
Go work at the White Cat.
Is that silly?
No, it's not. In fact, you'd be perfect for it. You're the most charming person I know.
Thank you. I'm really glad you're in my life.
Me too.
Yeah, it's happening.
Can I?
Kiss me?
Yes.
I thought you'd never ask.
That was...
I know.
I had an achievement for kissing. And the achievement says, kiss, kiss, kiss.
What do you think will happen to them?
Who?
Sorry, my mind wanders sometimes. I meant Paul, Anne, and Marcella. Do you think they'll be released?
Yeah, I think so. Paul will probably become a famed photographer. His portrait of you will be hanged at the Louvre, entitled The Inconspicuous Maid. It will sell for millions.
Is that so?
Yeah, and Anne and Marcella will ride into the sunset on the back of two Appaloozas, watching over their newly acquired ranch. They'll be constantly followed by their only sheep. They'll call him Paul, for old time's sake.
I like that. I just want them to be happy.
Me too.
No! No! We're save scumming, 100%. I will save these gays if my life depends on it. No. He has to go back to his abusive father. I just got an achievement that says you chose to stand up to Bernard and quit, and now you have nothing. I don't have nothing. Madzaloo, you're so right. You're so right. We're gonna throw fucking everything out. We're gonna scour this fucking game. Well, that was great, and I loved it. We are absolutely gonna save Scum. Okay. Yeah, no, we're gonna save Scum. Clearly, I'm just gonna throw away fucking everything. What was my last? Okay, this is my last save. Matsaloo, you're right. I didn't go far enough. You're so right. Oh, fuck. We're gonna have to go through, like, every room. We're gonna have to go fucking burnt earth. Okay, I'm actually gonna run to the bathroom and get more water while this is loading, so I will be right back. Don't go anywhere. Okay. All right. Okay, so we're just gonna have to delete. Should I? Oh my god, this is grim. Should I throw away the note? Here's what. Okay, we're gonna start with the stuff I know I need to throw away, which is the fucking photos of me. Snooping. Yeah, Mechtel, absolutely. If whoever you want to raid is still a raidin'. Okay. We also need to make sure there's nothing that suggests that Paul is gay, because then they're just gonna lump him in. I don't think there's anything in here. That makes either of them look suspicious. It's very weird, but I don't think there's anything there that is damning. I paint birds. Oh, it's a good one. Okay. But there's letters to and from Lindsay. Should we get rid of this stuff? Oh, we should probably get rid of... I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get rid of fucking anything that I think might even trigger the police. You know the police are so sensitive and so delicate, they can't take any amount of anything. I'm gonna use my snooping skills for good. I'm gonna be the fucking hero of snooping. I mean, this is an innocuous picture, right? I'm gonna have to think about... I would genuinely hate to throw away this man's only photo of the love of his life. But they did, you know, they did have that nice note about how it would be good for him to let go of the past. Think I should throw out all the film rolls too? I don't think the film rolls caught anything. But I guess if I'm being really aggressive... I mean, if I leave the stuff that just makes him look like he's doing private eye shit, I think that'll be okay. Beth mentioned the film rules at the beginning, so you think it's important. Yeah, you might be right. Don't forget to take your pills. I don't want to throw away his medication. What I'm gonna do is, you think I should throw out the map on the floor? We're gonna do, I don't believe this makes any note of his homosexuality. Oh, it does say character disorder, which I think we're supposed to assume is a metaphor. God, okay. Yeah, you know what? We're gonna do, I'm genuinely gonna, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go fucking burnt earth, and we're gonna throw everything away that might have anything to do with anything. Genuinely, absolutely anything. I don't think I can throw away the stuff on the wall. Oh, I could. We're gonna throw everything away. And if we need to save scum again to not be as thorough, we absolutely can. I'm just like a really good maid. Yeah, you go. Yep. Gonna clean that. Go ahead and grab those. What about you? Yeah, you're a note about something. Just genuinely just doing my job. Where did the other pillow go? Here it is, okay. Okay, nothing in there, just a nice photo of himself. Grab that cup. Yeah. Nothing weird about shaving cream. That's a note. Yeah. Nothing ever, nobody has ever been here. Nobody has ever stayed here. This is all totally normal. I do worry that the stuff on the wall was overkill because it's gay shaving cream. Because I couldn't throw away everything that was on the wall. It'll be clear that some stuff was thrown away. Listen, nobody was shot. So I'm honestly just not that worried about. Not that worried about the guns. I might throw away the gun in Marcella's room. Just gonna go ahead and get rid. Oh man, okay. Can I even... I don't think I can replace the light bulb, right? I don't think I can replace the light bulb. I love the idea that in this game I potentially could get fired at the end of it if I did a bad job cleaning. Just conceptually, that's very funny to me. pick up these 2. Yeah, and throw that away. The booze can stay, although there's a child here. I can't relock the heart box. I'm sorry. It's fine, because you know what? It doesn't matter if these people know. They're gonna know that I went through all of their shit and threw it all away. And that just has to be fine. Weird, empty. Snacks. There's a bowl that I can't seem to take. There's a nice letter about me. Withdrawal from school. That's fine. She's on the run. Warm wishes. Go ahead and throw that one out. Let's see. Yeah, the abusive husband stuff can stay. Ugh, am I gonna have to... I don't even know if I'll be able to throw this all out. I would really hate to. I guess maybe there's something to be said here about the fact that this sort of intrusiveness, politically backed intrusiveness onto normal people's lives means that they sometimes cannot keep things that are meaningful for them, because then that would literally out them. You know, it's not a bad lesson for us to learn now. The inherent dehumanizing the effect of people feeling free to snoop in your lives. Yeah, that's gonna go. Alright, one of these beds is made, one of them can't be made. That one can stay. Wasn't I? Yeah, I did think one of them. That one's fine. Maybe it was in the other room?
Power's back. Now I should go down to the lobby.
Oh,
Call
we're
the
not
police.
done yet. We're not done yet. Yes, the extent to which our government feels empowered to gather data on us as the thing that can be used against us at any moment when they decide a thing that we do, for example, practice your right to certain kinds of health care. Suddenly, when those things become illegal overnight, these anti-privacy structures can be leveraged against us at a moment's notice. I would also encourage everybody to reflect on the ways in which people think observing you in a bathroom means that, depending on how you express your gender, might mean that you are about to be attacked physically or emotionally or verbally. Like, the fact that people feel like they can snoop on you, arguably. I think, Gold Stars, I think it's fine. We left the note that clarified that Anne's husband is abusive, so I'm honestly not that worried about that one. Okay. That was fine. I feel like most of the stuff... Oh, we should get rid of her birth control pills. I don't know. Honestly, just don't know what a lot of this stuff does. Okay. Documents. Attempts. Okay. Proof that they're a loving family. Letter from mom's okay. Ugh. I can't... I don't think there's a way I can cover up the fact that he was sleeping. Yeah. That's gonna be a rough one. I'm gonna throw away that. Yeah, sorry about your whole life. Yeah, that too. Okay. Yeah, the man who got killed was not the abusive husband. Here we go. Throw that away. Yeah, throw the birth control stuff away. The douching stuff can stay. Oh, her bank account info. Let's throw that away. What the cops don't know won't hurt them. Well, as far as we're aware, Hector thought he was in a happy, loving marriage. So I don't think we can, based on the information we have, we can't fault him for trying to pursue that. We don't know how, like, explicit they have been in their conversations about their expectations for marriage and stuff. I love that she has a fucking locking case for her typewriter. I think that rules, actually. Okay. Is there anything else that we think needs to be covered up? Whew. Should I get rid of this child's note? The sweet child's note. The name of the hotel. I miss the tomb. She says she no longer loves you. I don't think there's anything there. I think that's all fine. I think if anything that reinforces the fact that she was leaving her husband. Yes, the tickets in the brochure. That's a great point when we get down there. All right, I'm going to create a new save. I think this is everything. There was a note about Marcella hiring the PI. Where? Because there was notes over here. We got, oh, we should get rid of Paul's camera. Ugh, that's a nice camera. That's a nice fucking expensive camera that I genuinely hate to throw out, but which I am going to throw out. I really wish we could. Here's what I am gonna do. I am gonna get rid of all the evidence that something was actually developed here, but I can't get rid of, like, there's so much evidence of stuff. I worried that this is overkill. And that they're going to be like, we know he developed something there, but gosh, we certainly couldn't see any evidence of it. It's as though somebody burnt earth in there. Okay. A second one. And that'll be our fallback if we overcorrected. Okay. Yeah, I do worry that overkill will come back to hurt Sophie, but I think this is it. Oh. This is
sorry.
Good and stressful.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Okay, all right. All right, and we got to get rid of that. The brochure. I think brochure and tickets, yeah.
Montreal Police Service, Station 22.
There's a man
should we-
dead. He's been murdered. I need the police.
Please stay calm, ma'am. Where are you right now?
The lobby. But the body,
Should we have
it's
thrown out the
upstairs.
picture
Can you give me the address, please?
Oh,
of
1178 Drummond Street.
Anne and Marcel as
All right,
children
ma'am.
at the convent?
Officers are on their way.
Thank you.
I think the tickets have their names on them, so I do think I need to throw away both. And it's a shame.
So Anne and Marcella really are planning to run off together.
See, the
That's
fact
what
that it
happened
says
to
Marcella
part of
implies
the
to me that the other
plan?
two say Anne and Michael. Or Michelle,
Why
perhaps.
does the VIP want to meet with Paul? Maybe he fell for his role playing. And he
God,
wants to
okay.
hire him as a private investigator.
All right, I think we've done as best as we can this round.
Oh, hey you. Great timing, right? I'm thinking if we're lucky, Bernard will let us go home. No point in working in the dark. Sophie? Bean, you're not scared of the dark, are you? Hey, is
Bean
everything
so
okay?
cute.
I found Mr. Cruz. Hector,
Oh, you did? What was the bloke up to?
you don't understand. I found his body. He's dead, Beth.
Merde. Merde. Sit down, okay? You look like you're about to faint. Have you called the police?
Yeah, they're on their way.
What happened? Was there an accident?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I think
Someone
she's Beth is
did
French Canadian.
this to him.
You mean... Merde. Do you think it could have been Anne and Marcella?
What about Paul? He and Hector were caught fighting. I also found a letter from one of Hector's customers. He seemed really angry. I guess it could be him as well.
The cops will want to talk to you. Know what you've seen. You need to be careful about what you tell them. If word of
The actress
Anne
did
and
both
Marcella's
languages?
affair
That's
gets
cool.
out, they may put a label on them that will really hurt them.
Mechtel.
It might not even matter in the end if they did it or not.
I think I know what you mean. It's easier to put the blame on people who are different from you. Even if you're wrong.
I'm glad you can see that. It makes the world a little safer to have people like you in it. You know, I was barely 20 when I was shoved into a police car for just hanging out with people who made me
I
feel
applaud that would
like
be so funny.
I wasn't so messed up after all.
What? Where did that happen?
At a bar called the White Cat. It's supposed to be a safe space, but it gets raided by cops every now and then. I know Anne was caught at least once too.
Wait, you know her?
No, I've never talked to her, but I've seen her a few times. Marcella and her, they're just like me.
Thank you. Thank you for trusting me with this.
Maybe now you can understand why I care so much about you. I don't know if I'm feeling inspired by Anne and Marcella, or if it's the shock of being so close to an actual murder, but, I'd really like for us to be more than just friends, Sophie.
Yeah, I'd like that too.
That's... That's great. The police is here. Just be mindful of what you tell them, okay?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Yeah, I'm hoping. I
Miss
think this
Roy?
will be the last save scum
Miss Roy.
I do on stream.
Miss Roy.
Oh, sorry.
I highly
was
encourage everyone to pick
distracted.
up this game.
I really need you to focus right now. I don't want to be here all night, and I'm sure you don't either.
No. No, I don't.
So, as I was saying, we're trying to ascertain the circumstances of Mr. Cruz's death. Can you tell me how you came to find the body?
I was cleaning room 509 when I heard the elevator bell ring. Again and again and again. I thought maybe a child was playing with the doors, so I went out in the corridor, and that's when I saw him.
This is in no way a visual novel. Really only this last
Why was the
portion
elevator bell ringing?
I'm sorry.
has that.
You
It's
said you
mostly
heard
been
the
a point and
elevator
click
bell ring.
mystery.
Why was it ringing? I assume it wasn't a child after all.
Well, Mr. Cruz's body was preventing the doors from closing.
Really? When we found the body, it wasn't that close to the doors.
Oh, the stairs are blocked because of the renovations, so the elevator's the only way out of the 5th floor. I had no choice but to move the body. Just a little.
Ah, so that explains the traces we found. Thank you for clearing that up. So, what did you do after that?
Well, that's when the power cut. So I had to go to the janitor's closet.
To access the fuse box.
Exactly. I changed a few fuses and turned the power back on.
But there's a lock on that box, isn't there? Did you have the
Trick
key?
question.
No, I didn't. Only Eugene does. But I thought an ice pick might do the trick, so I went to the ice machine to get one.
You're a size 7, I suppose.
Yes, I am. Why?
What did you see when you went to the ice machine?
There was blood. A lot of it.
Did you touch anything?
Yeah.
I might have touched a few things. Just to figure out what had happened to Mr. Cruz.
Of course you did. Why so many witnesses can't help but compromise the evidence is just beyond me.
Compromise the evidence.
Anyway, what did you do after restoring the power?
I took the elevator down to the lobby. That's where I called the police.
Do you remember what you said to the operator? The exact words.
No, I'm afraid I don't.
You said, there's a man dead. He's been murdered.
That's possible.
What makes you so sure it was murder?
Well, I know about Mr. Cruz's angry customer. The one who sent him death threats.
Oh, yes, we found those. But the customer in question lives back in Texas, so there's no way he could have killed Mr. Cruz.
Actually, I think he may be staying at the hotel.
Have you encountered him?
No. In room 504, there's a guest who seems to be traveling alone.
The next
he
the
has
next
these
check
3
is the
teddy
tricky
bears
one.
in his room. Mr. Cruz's customer lost his 3 children in a fire, and these bears are slightly burnt. So...
An interesting deduction. I'll look into that.
Will you?
But how do you even know about the death threats?
He didn't last time. All right, this is the one where I'm gonna lie, because I don't want to go down the route of having to justify myself.
Mr. Cruz told me the other day.
Really? Was he in the habit of talking about his personal life with hotel maids?
I really can't say what his habits were, but he seemed to like me.
Then maybe you'll be able to answer 1 or 2 of my questions.
I'll do my best.
Let's start with the victim's wife, Marcela Cruz. Apparently she left in quite a hurry this morning. What can you tell me about her?
I don't know anything
I don't
about
really
her.
know anything. She just looks like a loving, caring wife.
You wouldn't be trying to protect her, would you, Miss Roy? Because now's not the time for misplaced female solidarity.
No, I'm not.
Let's try something else then. We've learned from one of your colleagues that the victim had a fight with a guest named Mr. Spade. What can you tell me about him?
I don't know much. Only that he seems nice.
Does he? It's very odd. Both Mr. Spade and Mrs. Cruz are prime suspects in this case, and yet we have very little evidence on either of them. It's almost as if someone has cleaned up after them. I really hope I'm wrong, though. Because if I'm right, that would be obstruction of justice. And the people
See, I think I
person
overcleaned.
responsible could face very serious consequences. But hey, I guess we'll know soon enough.
Yeah, this man can have as many suspicions as he wants. If he can't prove shit. They're gonna look at the dumpster and be like, wow, look, it's a billion incriminating notes and pills of bottle pills, and I might be going to prison on this one. I do think the burnt earth was maybe overkill.
Bernard sounded really dejected on the phone. Time to see what the atmosphere is so different in here. It'll probably be a while before the hotel reopens.
Ugh, go to hell.
Beth,
Hey,
are you okay?
I'm out of a job. But other than that, yeah, everything's just peachy.
Also, too many cucumbers, yes.
No,
I hope you're luckier than I am. Come join me when he's done with you, all right? I'll be questioning my life choices on the mezzanine.
yeah, okay.
I think I'm going to fucking prison.
Oh, right. Come in. So, I suppose you know why you're here?
I would guess it has something to do with the murder.
Well,
Jenny, they have to find
as
evidence.
you may be aware, the hotel's reputation has taken a solid hit. We've been mocked and ridiculed by the papers. It's truly humiliating.
This is a different
And that's
spiel.
not even the worst of it. With a story like this,
So spiel
guests
last time
may
was
not
like,
flood
the
through our doors again
gays.
for a very long time. If ever. I may have no choice but to sell the hotel. Just years of arduous work gone down the drain. Anyway, it's clear now that we're going to have to tighten our belts for at least a couple of months, which
Yep.
means cutting off dead weight.
I
Rude.
suppose I'm the dead
So
weight.
fucking rude.
I mean, well, not you specifically, but some of your colleagues certainly are.
I
From what
cleaned
I've
so
heard,
good, I
you've been
disrupted a
quite the exemplary
murder
maid lately.
investigation.
Clean
so,
rooms, satisfied guests,
I take my job very seriously, sir.
as you should. We'll see for the future, but for now, you'll be allowed to continue working here.
Thank you.
I'll
I'm
look
not
for another
done.
job.
The police have finished their investigation and left a mess on the 5th floor.
That's
I
right,
want
I
you
forgot.
to clean it up.
You want me to go back there?
Yes, why not?
I found a dead body on that floor. I'm not going back.
I'll make this simple for you. If you don't do it, you're fired.
They need a union. For the sheer variety in endings, just so that we get the alternate ending, I'm gonna say okay, then I'll do it.
Okay.
I'm curious if
I'll
they
take
make
care
me
of it.
actually
Good.
go up there and clean up the blood.
Oh, what are you waiting for? Get to work.
Oh, now?
Yes, now. That'll be all.
Just an hour, like 2 hours ago, found a dead body up there, and this guy's like, all right, well, get to work. I also like that typewriter was an overwood instead of an underwood. An underwood being an actual example of a typewriter company from this area, from this era.
Hey,
Hey.
what a week.
Yeah. So, what did Bernard want with you?
He wants me to clean the mess on the 5th floor.
What? Unbelievable. Oh, he's such a jerk.
Yeah.
Yeah, Old Port
I
instead
wish
of
I would have
Newport,
stood up to
exactly.
him, but I really need this job.
I know you do.
Did Bernard say why he was firing you?
Oh,
'Cause I'm
well,
gay.
He's been itching to get rid of me ever since he took over from Raymond. Now that he's hell-bent on cutting expenses, it was obvious I would be one of the first to go.
Interesting.
So, what's next for you?
I think I'm done working under Bernard's or Linda's. Maybe it's time I become my own Bernard. Minus the
Maybe we
fascism,
can still
of
plant
course.
this on Bernard? I don't know.
I could see myself owning my own
I
establishment.
don't know.
One that caters to the right kind of crowd. Believe it or not, I do enjoy the company of people. Just not, you know, the stuck-up, entitled clientele of this prestigious hotel. But
Yeah, they
maybe
didn't
if
find
I
any
were
evidence
behind the
of
counter
gay
of,
guests, so she wasn't
say,
fired
a
for being
bar
gay.
instead of a reception desk.
She was fired. I
that
mean, this is
silly?
the thing. She was going to
No,
get
it's
fired either
not.
way.
In fact, you'd
So,
be
it's
perfect for it. You're the most
something.
charming person I know.
Thank you. I'm really glad you're in my life.
Me too.
Kiss. Kiss.
Can I?
It's just a treat. We already saw this cutscene,
I
but...
thought you'd never ask.
That was...
I know.
They're cute. And now they arrest us. Maurice jumps out of that plant on the side.
I've been thinking about Anna and Marcella a lot.
Should I be jealous?
No, not in that way. I've been thinking about what they went through. How they had
Nicholas,
to lie
it's the
and
only
pretend,
way.
day after day. How they had to live someone else's life for 10 years before they could finally be with each other. I don't think I could do that.
Well, I have good news for you, Bean. Times are changing. It's already started elsewhere. And it will get here, eventually. One day, all the Annes and Marcellas of the world will live happily together, and no one will give a damn.
I really hope that's true.
It will be.
Oh my god, they're here to arrest
What's
me.
he doing here again?
Let's not make a scene, all right?
What the hell's going on?
Beth, it's okay.
I warned you where obstruction of justice would get you, Miss Roy. So here we are. You're under arrest.
What?
Yeah.
This is
Overkill.
bullshit. You can't do this. Sophie, we'll get you a lawyer. It'll be okay. God.
Thanks to your actions, the real culprit ended up in jail. Okay. Well, it's not the best ending, but it's not the worst ending. Thanks to your actions, Paul avoided prison. And I guess became an actor? That's nice. He actually did become a Hitchcockian answer. An actor. He was able to visit Lindsay. That's nice. Something. Anne and Marcella escaped together. But always looking over their shoulder. That was ominous. Ah! With no deviants to blame for his failures, Bernard gave the hotel back. I'm gonna assume that's back to his brother. These are achievements popping up, by the way, that you can't see. I think he gave it back to his brother, who was gay. You tampered with evidence, got caught, and ended up in prison. Well. Oh no! She waited for me! Gold stars, you spoke too soon. She waited for me, oh my god. True solidarity is going to prison so that all the other gays can live their lives. Wow. All right. I feel great about that ending. I am gonna Google the other endings. You don't think Beth would help my mom out while I was in prison? Yeah, Beth got me a lawyer because she loves me. Oh my god. Well, absolutely delighted. Could not love this game more. I'm super, super curious what the Andrew storyline is. I won't forget to raid. What I paint birds? Is that what it was? I will not follow you on the raid because I need to go have lunch and maybe do a nap. Anyway, I am super... Yeah, it sounds like the Andrew storyline leans more into the sort of mental health theme that's running through this and less into the gay theme that was running through. And I think that's a fascinating way to structure the sort of the themes in your game and kind of, I'm gonna guess, draw some parallels between how people in those groups are treated. I paint burbs with a B. Okay, hold on. Anyway, okay, I paint burbs. This game was fucking great. It was stellar. I highly recommend everybody play it on their own. I'm not gonna stream the Andrew storyline. This game is good enough and very reasonably priced. I think if people want to see the other half, they should get it and play it themselves. That was really fun, though. That was really incredible. As a reminder, I will not be here for the next, 2 weeks. So there will be no streams. That's why these streams were extra long. I'm glad you're enjoying Big Game Hunger. Yeah, so I just won't be here. It was so fun and so stressful. Genuinely some of the most difficult choices I've ever made in a video game. This is just such a fucking standout game. I really enjoyed it. Just all the way through. Fucking spectacular. Okay. I will have a good vacation. I hope you are all well in the meantime. I hope it is lovely and fall if you're in America and whatever is seasonally appropriate in your location during these few weeks. And I'll be back when I get back. I don't know what we'll do when I get back. I haven't thought that far ahead. The next stream I'll be back for is, let me just look this up so you have context. It should be Sunday the 22nd of September. Now I'll be back before October. September the 22nd is the next one. Is the next stream that I am here for, that I will be back from the Alps for. So I think that will be the one that I'm here for, barring any disasters of me being stuck in France or whatever. Then I should be back in plenty of time to rest from vacation and recover and come back for it. So that's the plan. All right, I'm gonna hit this raid. What do you have to do to avoid jail? I'm going to look it up. I'm very curious. I don't know what we'll stream then. It's going to be a surprise to all of us. That's it. I'm going to go peek into I Paint Birds. But I'm not going to stay long. But I'll see you over there. Bye.